magic is imagination. We are moving into an age of manifestation. Things become actually less material, more ethereal. The golden dawn is when we awaken to this new station of life. What you think becomes real quicker. Regain our imagination, regain our inner child, and let that inner child out.
My name is Frank Castle, founding member of the music group Heist Click and New York City Neo Shaman. After a serious injury sidelined my career in 2013, I decided to set out on an adventure to search for myself with the help of the plant medicine ayahuasca. What I discovered waiting for me was something I could have never prepared for. It was time for me to become something more, someone more. It was time I became fearless. In the darkest of nights, gonna let my light shine as my heart beats a rhythm with space and time. When the light starts to shine inside your third eye, you awake to the knowledge that you never die. I'm becoming fearless. Someone is purring. What's going on, everyone? It's your main man, Frank Castle, your sorcerer supreme, right here each and every Saturday night on Fearless. And I'm joined tonight by my etherical translator and co-host, Paula, Milo.
Hey, everyone.
How you doing, baby?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm all right. I have an attachment this evening. How's everyone doing? It's good to see everyone. Let me check the levels. Like, subscribe, and share. Send this out there into the world. Let them know what you think. It's a little dark. That's because of the...
Or is it your keyboard?
No, it's not the keyboard. Look at it. Thanks. Lighting is everything. It's everything. Everything. How's everybody doing? Shout out to the Fearless family. I have Reggie sitting in my lap right now, and she's hard up to have some of that super light power.
Oh, yeah. She got kicked off my chair, and then she jumped into Frank's chair. And then when Frank had to sit down, she was like, no, I'm not having it. So she's on his lap.
She's so big now. It's like having a fat little baby sitting in your lap. Hello, little baby. What do you want? I want love and hugs. I hope everybody's doing well. Just giving everybody a minute to join in and catch up with everyone. It's good to see you. Shout outs to the Fearless family. I love you so. Hold on. You can't go that way. Say hello. Wee. Yeah.
Nope.
No.
She didn't want to go down.
It's really good to see everyone. I'm glad to be back. I've been having a rough time with the new energies and everything, and just probably up to a half hour before the show, Paul will tell you I looked like I just got out of bed and had like a hangover or something, but I've been nonstop busy. And all this energy, all this new energy is really, it's like an up, a down, an up, a down, or let's see if I got this right tonight. Sine, cosine. And we're just trying to hit that balance somewhere in there, right? Where you just dip below the line a little, come back up nice and high. Yeah, dip down just a little bit because I like those high frequencies. I was not prepared.
I didn't know if you were going to go through with it.
No, I didn't mean for tonight. I just meant in general life last week.
Life. Well, yeah. Well, you had a rough day. It was a long day.
But everything's been...
I had a good day.
Those energies with those loop-de-loops. So frustrating dealing with the distractions, which 100% of me needs to back out of 100% of the time. It's not even worth it to dip your toes in the water any longer because we get it. Child trafficking, shitty people, crappy politicians,
It's like that saying it, right? Politicians. You ready? Watch this. Watch this. Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good, good. Politicians. Haha. See, it just fucking ruins everything. Right, right. Watch this. Watch this. Hey, how you doing? More lawyers. Wait. I got a good one. I got a good one. Hey, hey.
No.
How you doing? How you doing? Peaceful protests.
No. Frank, we don't leave the house now. Come on.
So,
Anyway.
the more I use Facebook, okay, and I think we all know this already, the more I use it, because of the practice. Oh, really, really. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Super energized smoothie. Thank you.
We gosh, I just completely broke my train of thought.
That's because you had a rough day.
No, I'll blame you.
Me?
Oh God. So we the more I use Facebook, the more I instantly feel this emotionally charged negative
Oh yeah, I agree.
push
Mm-hmm.
energetically, no matter what it is I do, and no matter what I'm looking at. I'll scroll down. It'll be a couple cool things. I'll see some people's faces I like, a show that's coming up I want to watch.
Yeah, and then it's
right. And then I'm like, oh look, this person's doing good. This person's doing good. Oh, California's burning.
Yeah.
And mind you, California's burning only in certain spots, right? Like it just stops at the border of Canada. I noticed it's not. It just doesn't go up higher into the more wooded areas.
Not our government.
Yeah, not our government. Mars is in retrograde. Yeah. No shit. So every time I look, right, it's missing this. This one is this. COVID's fake. This person shot this person. Black people hate white people. White people, all lives matter. People are confused. NFL has got a new song to sing instead of the national anthem, and then there's the national anthem, and people stand for this and don't stand for that. All of this is, if you have children listening, tell them to go lay down. This isn't the show for them anymore. We're not doing that for any. It's fucking bullshit. Okay, distraction.
But it is. That's all it is. Distraction.
All it is distraction. When did our heroes, right? Heroes in this world are people that are now delivering such a dark, evil, whack, disgusting message, overlaid, right, originally by a good message, right? Don't shoot people, police, don't do this, and then don't do that, and then we're upset about this. Okay, it's being taken way too far. Way too far. I get it. Reform across the board. But if we don't work together, it's not going to happen.
I think we just need to pull back from watching the news, watching television.
It's not even the news. It's everything.
Well, then pull back.
So if you're watching sports and it becomes political, can I have that, please? Stop. Why do you put that all the way over there?
Because it's the smoke.
So just give it to me. I'll keep it over here because it's mine. Mine.
Right.
Mine.
Okay.
Right. So you're like surrounded and beat down by things that have nothing to do with other things. Right. So I gotta care about what you think about politics. So when I used to be on stage, right? I met Gavin from Bush, right? So we were tripping on acid. No, I think we ate mushrooms that night, and we went to go see Bush. It was the first night that you were in New York City, and he started talking on stage, and they had a really thick accent, and he said something about politics, and then one of the guys in the crowd, it got dead silent. He goes, "Man, shut the fuck up and play the music. Like, no one wants to hear you talk about you." And he said, "You're right," and just started jamming out. It was really a cool moment. It was very punk rock, like raw thing to see. I was standing right next to him, so it was like, whoa. this guy just told the lead singer of Bush, Gavin, shut the fuck up. No one wants to hear your politics. And he agreed and was like, no, you're absolutely right. Shut the fuck up.
People will tell you how many people they've slept with before they'll share their personal political views.
Mm-hmm.
And people will also tell you their innermost thoughts about everything before they tell you how much money they make.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, if it's not going to be shared, then leave it out. Like, I think we just need to pull back from everything, because I think this is a very, you know, the that lady JCK, she was a listener in the group, like a silent listener for
JC's a friend of ours. She's fearless.
she's a fearless family.
Yeah.
She says it in her videos also. Stop spending time in the 3D, getting caught up in the like basically in the minutia of it all, like the news and negative stuff on Facebook. And oh, there's someone there. Oh, your girl. Yeah, Reggie. We have to win this war. We have to make this transition as seamless as possible. Things are happening. There are a lot of things happening under the guise of this COVID thing that's going on. So, you know, and we need to be aware, but we don't need to get stuck in all that fear spiraling. It's really getting out of control. Like I think the only reason I'm on Facebook as much as I am is because of the show and because of the Fearless family, because I check in the room, you know, well, and I have to talk to people. But other than that, I mean, I don't even like using my phone.
The platform was specifically built to charge you emotionally inside to get you worked up about somebody else's thoughts. I'm going to tell you right now that telepathy, when that activates and goes on, because it's already active, you could already use it if you have it. It's been shown to work. So you do maybe get bombarded with some thoughts, but you're not going to get upset at every single little thing that
no,
it doesn't work that way.
You can't, because there's too much stimulation.
You got to ring the phone to do that. I got to call you and start reading in and looking
so
in.
I think we just need to pull back,
not just broadcasting your every move, right? Like, oh, look at my pizza. Oh, child trafficking. Oh, Netflix got to go. Oh, a cat. Yeah. Obama and his man wife Mike with the giant penis. I'm this is, you watch the news feed. You sit next to me and I scroll.
I know, and then
and you're like, what is this? Right? So it's pure crazy. Okay, it's infecting.
Yeah, it is.
And affecting you.
It's infectious. It is infectious.
Now, it's not the people that are infectious. It's the way the system is built to make it seem like the whole world is crumbling.
Yeah.
At all times.
And
let me throw so much negative at you so you can see it from around the world, and your mind isn't built to process that, right? Your mind's built to process tribe stuff. So it's the stuff that's happening around here. 150 people, maybe 300, you know, and once it starts leaving that, it's becoming this worldly weird thing that occurs. And like, I don't understand. Like, I got it jacked up, guys.
Oh, I got it. Thank you, Peter. I'm sure it's me just not using it correctly. Not that Frank had the volume down.
I mean, I'm supposed to feel bad for everything that goes on as if it was my fault, with white guilt and how people hate and black this and yellow orange that and red person this and orange man bad and poison in the vaccines and everything. Like, we're just lacing ourselves over and over and over and over with the hysterics. How do you think we ascend? Hold on a second. Bong. What's up, Peter? Shout outs. I hope her mic's jacked up. Thank you so much. Love you and sending you positive vibes.
Thank you, Peter. I think I'm good now.
How much do you think of you and your mind has to go into your ascension without worrying about, let's say, all of the stuff on Facebook?
All of it. All of it. You have to shut it all out. You have to shut it all out. And it's hard. I can't do it. And look, let me tell you, I could break away from society. There was one day Frank was at his mom's. He was trying to get me on the phone. My phone wasn't ringing. And it was like the universe set it up lovely so it wouldn't ring. But he was freaking out because he couldn't get in touch with me. And when he did get in touch with me, he was all freaked out. And I was like, what? I've been here the whole time. Like, check the security cameras. Did you see me go anywhere or do anything? Or, and I love to be disconnected. But unfortunately, we don't live in a world where we can be disconnected all the time. But as much as I can be, I will. Like this morning, I had a lovely morning. It was quiet all because you weren't here. Not. It wasn't quiet because you weren't here. You weren't here, and it was just a lovely morning to happen to be quiet.
Right.
And I got a lot of stuff done, and then I got stuff that I wanted to do. I got all of Willow's stuff done, all of it. Well, it was already done, but I got something else done too. And whatever. It was just whatever. I'm not even making any sense today. Oh, yeah, Ellen, I know. I never do check my phone. Ellen, the only thing I need to be able to do is pay my bills online, honestly, because that mailing a check, that just, I can't do that now because it's like, paperwork, like, because of Frank. But whatever. Yeah, no, I'm terrible.
Wait,
I am terrible.
We came from the highest of most high dimensions.
Yeah,
densities.
Really, to have to fill out a form
from source itself
over and over and over again.
You want me to X marks the spot?
Yeah.
Bend over. I'll X marks the spot for you.
Oh,
go ahead.
God, why would I?
Gangsta Paula.
That was totally not gangsta. I just want to pause for a moment, and I want everyone to look because Frank trimmed his beard. Now, I think
it doesn't look that bad.
It looks beautiful, but I think you went a little too short.
I did. It was cut.
It looked short.
It was cut. All right, guys.
It looked short like when I first met you, short.
When I last cut it, because it was like a friggin' bush.
He looked like Mr. Smee from
I was cutting into it.
Peter Pan.
When I look in the mirror, who else has this problem? I get the left side perfect, the right side.
You did the same thing to my hair.
Right side perfect, left side off because it's the other across. And I try to do whatever, but when I was trimming, I noticed spots out. And I'll go back in 5, 6, 7, 8 times and then just take a little off. And then I noticed when I was combing spots that were toughed out and everything. I was like, I got to make it kind of the right length a little.
No, it looks beautiful because this is all grown out here.
Anymore, I become Gimli.
Oh, down by the Shire. We're going to take all the hobbits and we're going to gather all the orcs and we're going to go
smash their heads in. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? Bald on the top, hair all out over here.
I said Mr. Smee. Oh, yeah, Mr. Smee.
And what is Mr. Smee? What is a Smee? What is that?
He's a pirate.
Oh, gar.
Yeah.
Okay, and what do they look like? The guys that I'm talking about, Lord of the Ring, right? What do they have? Giant earrings and hats, and they walk around with some weapons and open college stuff with hair coming out. Yeah, it's me. Gar.
I'm not arguing.
I'm not saying that you are. Shout out to Robert Hawley for doing the kickoff before the show in the Fearless Family Group. He does one every Saturday night for the most part, and totally blows it out of the water.
Yeah, he's really great like that. Whose shirt am I wearing? I'm wearing
Robert's shirt. That's why I looked over.
Robert Hawley shirt too?
Yeah.
The other with the
all of them are.
Really? I thought they would.
Don't say it.
Okay.
If it's not that person and you say it, I'm gonna throw this cold coffee on you.
No, because I got 3. He sent me 3 shirts. Okay.
Yes.
And he sent me the apron.
He did.
Yes. I love them all.
Don't tell him, don't tell me.
No, I love them all.
Because I get to see them and they're awesome. Yeah, so how much are you supposed to get hit with? Thank you, Willow. We love you so much.
We love you.
Sending you cute. Positive vibes and love all the way here from New York City. We're not built for this, and we're not built to hear every crazy thought and every idea. that is just thrown out there in the mix that doesn't make sense, mixed with crazy, mixed with real, mixed with so much fake news, so much that it's unbearable. Is it a Q? Is it the Android?
It
Is
doesn't
it
matter
the
what,
AI
yeah,
system?
exactly.
Is it
Because the point is, it doesn't matter what it is. It's stimulation, and
it's a machine gun just shooting
and
bullets
if you're
at you.
spending seconds and minutes on it, on thinking it on it and processing it, you're spending over minutes on a couple of minutes on it. You're bringing it into your reality,
So every
and
time
you're bringing it into your consciousness.
all
All of
by
it.
design.
Exactly.
That's my man right there, the sun. Yo, all by design to trick you into a state of crazy emotional swings that they can toss a quarter at you into the etheric ocean and go send them left, and they swing you out to the side by getting you worked up on one thing, and then they're like, okay, it's kind of too much. Couple of cat pictures, give them some puppies, someone save the day. Cop kills a guy on the street from behind, shoots him, whoosh, right? NFL puts the rapist
number on his
jersey. Well, he didn't have a number. He's a zero. Mother Chunk is a zero. They put his name across the helmets. Yeah. Okay. You put his name across the helmets, but he just got finished robbing and raping someone right before he got shot, and he had a knife. Okay, I'm not saying killing people's good. I'm just saying, wow, isn't this really weird? Really weird.
Stop reacting.
All right, so
process. Don't, like, everyone, I feel like everyone's reacting and trying to respond, and it doesn't make you a bad person if you take a minute to think about what you're actually being shown, and what people are actually trying to say. No one is saying, I don't think anyone, you know what, I'm not even going to say what I'm going to say, because no, I'm not adding to this.
What do you mean?
Take a moment to think about what you're being shown before you respond. Take a minute before you respond.
The cat and dog or the cat and mouse chase, all three, they're all running around on the ground, so you're always in the race. When you're the bird looking in, you see that there's a race going on of some kind, and everyone's acting erratically and crazy in all different directions, and it's the bird could just go up in the tree and be like, just relax. Look, you look out over there over the fence, and there's what you're looking for. Instead of fighting each other for it, it's right there.
Right, because you see, you pan.
You pan out,
and you see the bigger picture.
So let's get back into ascension. What does it take to ascend? To pull back from the distraction. I'm not the cat or the dog or the rat or the mouse, although we were all of these things because we are the all. Now we're looking and going, okay, well, we've done this already and I'm not doing it anymore. So how do I not attach to it? I mean, we do contract revocations and they work, right? We cut contracts with etherical ancestry lines and things that we feel we're attached to people, and we make promises and they're no longer necessary, but people still holding on and fucking up and doing over. Clip works with that. Why doesn't it work with this? Magic. Once again, as the rituals, I'm gonna show you something with a ritual tonight. Rituals, black magic, and being used against you, it's real, right? So for all those people like magic, okay, why haven't any of these people been arrested? It's not just money and power. What brings all that, right? We talked about this. The ritual, whatever it is, okay, holds the wall of karma up. I gotta do it this way. I don't like putting my hand up this way though, right? So the wall of karma, if I go and kill someone in a ritual or a being of some kind, the wall of karma comes in. You're not supposed to be doing that, right? It's the swing of the universe, the ebb and the flow. You're not supposed to be basking for power that you could just get internally for you and not have to dominate anyone, and you could just become awesome. But no, you want to be this way about it, right? So you do that, But the ritual magic holds back the wall of karma. Meanwhile, you're giving this sacrificial being the energy that is going to this thing. It's eating your energy, that energy, and then you're drinking the physical, and you're saying, "Give me power," or whatever it is you're looking to do. Right? The minute you don't do the next ritual, or if you screw up a ritual or something like that, that wall of karma comes crashing down. It's magic. So why are none of these people touched yet? Well, maybe they are actually at this point. We're just being shown a narrative, which I'm fully in believing. It's 100% scripted. So if you're 100% looking at Facebook and you're like, oh, Donald Trump does this, Obama's of that, Bush is of this, and you're like, yeah, you're in. Sorry, you're already in. You're in. The emotional sway is there. If you don't step back, you're in the movie. Right? You hear about my stuff and I say, when are you entering the comic? When do you enter the book? At what page do I open and look, there's Son in the book? Where is he? Where's he been? Or am I just flipping pages and it's my story to you guys? At what point do you step in? It's the same exact thing. You're stepping in to the stuff you're not supposed to step into, and you're stepping away from the stuff you're supposed to be stepping into.
Because what happens is when you are feeding into the fear spiral and you're living your life through the news and you're believing that the United States is not going to recover for another 2 years from this COVID thing, and everyone's worried about what's going to happen in the winter. Believe me when I tell you, by the time Christmas comes, everything's going to be a lot better because the elections will have been over. When you feed into all of this, you make your story about you very small, because the story about what's going on out there is becoming very, very big.
And then some people sit there like, my voice must be heard. What, on Facebook to the same 200 people or 50 people, because your 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 person list isn't seeing everything you're doing. So did you get that out there to the 6 people that clicked like, so you can get it out there? Fuck these guys over here shooting out judgments everywhere. You're in the trap. I do this shit all the time. That's why I had to announce I'm going to troll you. I had to say that I'm going to troll people because I'm not allowed to get involved. Do you ever, when you post something, like, do you really, after, like, once you read it and you put it up, do you start interacting with every single person that comes into it and start digging into the article written by some name that, after watching a few things now and stepping back, how do we know AI isn't writing these articles? How do you know? How do you know? You believe AI is doing all this other stuff. Why can't it write an article to skew you to the left or to the right? Right? You're so good that you can't be tricked. Bullshit. Everyone in this chat room right now is like, well, not me. I've never been tricked. Bull fucking shit. Every single person has been involved in this one way or another, and it's okay. This is what they say, shaman wake up from the sickness. They heal themselves and realize everyone's still sick. But that means I was sick too, and still sick, and still pulling stuff off, and still pulling stuff out, and still doing, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to involve yourself with that stuff. You're not going to find that on Facebook. You're just not going to find it there. If that's where you're looking for stuff. Or did you just need to blurt stuff out? That's 3D, right? I just blurred my stuff out. Okay. Think about this. Memes are the loudest form of information flow to sway opinion one way or another. So it's like little comedians, like a little George Carlin pops up a meme, and you're like little jokes or little somethings with pictures and everything. And you're like, oh shit. So it's like a modern day philosopher is actually a photograph with some words on it, just enough because your less than 30-second attention span is too short to have a guy say to you, hey, check this out. Right? You can't handle that stuff. So it's got to be memes. we've officially reached idiocracy. You watched Idiocracy the other night for the first time, and what'd you do? You were like, shut this movie off. This is terrible, right? It was literally written to show you what's happening on that level, right?
Scary.
Because electrolytes, right? They kept saying that. Why aren't the plants growing? Don't they want electrolytes? And it's like, no, they want water. What do you mean, from the toilet? And he goes, well, it doesn't have to come from the toilet, but they like water. And they're like, ooh, this guy really is smart. And it's like, who's been putting the Brondo in everything? And it's like, oh, the Brondo company, the corporation that had the most shares. And it's like, oh, it's like that. And the biggest dummy is the president, right? He's running around, Hector Macho Camacho, whatever his name is. He comes running out. He's got a machine gun, American flags all over him.
I didn't get that far.
The way to keep everyone tuned in and away from just kind of wandering off with their zero attention span is to constantly have fart jokes, bathroom jokes, and murder on TV. So they would have like steroided out dudes come and crush other dudes for people's enjoyment in the arena, and people are just screaming, right? And they're like, no, this is terrible. What are you doing? Why would you do this? Right? Linda, thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh, 22. I like
sending you positive vibes. We love you so much. Thank you for being here with us and spending your time in the now moment with us. I don't mean to bark and sound like I'm talking to every single one of you. I'm just kind of throwing it out because I'm kind of I know I'm doing it, you're doing it. Doesn't mean you're doing it at my level, or it could be a little bit, it could be
it has nothing to do with level.
If we don't pull back and go inside, you're not going to get the experience you're looking for by looking out here, is what I'm getting at, right? It's a better feeling in here, in your heart, when you go inside and go into your heart and worry about you and what you're doing with you, and how none of this applies to you unless it does. Then if it applies to you, okay. But I went outside. There's no protest right now. There's no people killing each other. Nobody's going nuts.
No need to engage.
So why am I sitting here angry online?
Exactly. But that's what that woman KCJ says in her video. She's in Australia. She put out these YouTube videos, and she said basically she was channeling or viewing.
She was just viewing,
viewing. She can't say remote viewing, but she was viewing or voyaging to see these things that are happening in Australia and other parts of the world, and how they're affecting what's happening, our political climate right now, and our climate right now, basically, that we're living in. And the messages she got were the same as the ones that we've been getting. Just, and it sounds cliche, but just be kind. Speak your truth. Be kind. Live your life the way you're meant to live your life. Don't let anyone smother your voice. Don't let anyone shut you up. Don't let anyone hold you down. Live your life. Speak your truth. Use your voice. And, it really can be that easy, and, for people that don't know where to start and they want to jump in, and they don't even know where to start. Be kind. Being kind is not an easy thing to do. Being kind is, and Frank will attest to this, being kind is walking into the bathroom when Roxy pooped and not pretending that you didn't know. If you found it, it's your responsibility to clean it up. And that's the joke. And that is being kind. Because
I thought you were using
no, I wasn't using hidden words. I'm saying like when you see the cat puke and you walk away, or being kind is, taking the 5 minutes it takes to clean that shit up because you were the one that found it, or, pouring a cup of coffee for someone, or just being kind, anything to be kind. And you're being kind because it makes you
So,
feel good.
I went outside before, and a rapper was sitting 3 feet from me, and you saw how I looked before. I was like,
What do you mean?
there was just a rapper inside our gate.
A plastic wrapper?
Yeah, right. So I looked at it and I said,
I didn't know if you meant a
it's
thing.
right out of my reach. I don't fucking. And then I thought for a second, ooh, what a lazy guy you are right now. How does that look right
Yeah,
there?
you're being an idiot.
And I went, it looks nasty. And then I thought,
I had to pick
there's
up
so many animals here. What if? And then it just
Yep.
click.
Stop.
And I
Your
sat up.
nonsense.
All
Yeah.
I was doing
Get-
was taking a hit off of some tobacco. I got up, I took it, I put it over here. I got this little thing where I'll just dump shit in, and then later I'll dump it.
Mhm.
Right? Just all right. The cat dishes when they're outside.
I know.
Okay. If it's empty, you bring it in.
Yeah.
You're
see it, you
paying
bring it Please. It is not. Things like that get you on the right track if you don't know where to begin. Doing things like that, and everyone will say, "Oh, these things are silly." Someone will say these things are silly. They're
it's
not
in
silly
the details.
because it makes you a better person.
You'll go, oh, wait, now if that was your skin and someone took plastic and put it on you and like dumped it, and it wasn't going to come off unless someone took it and took it off of you, or you pulled it. Sorry, unless you pulled it off of you. Okay. You claim to want to help Mother Earth. You're here to help.
Pick it up.
That's her arm. That's her back that that stuff's attached to. All right. It's also your yard, the front of your house. It's near the animals, blah, blah, blah. Like I threw
Please, I was picking up that stuff on the Steve's garbage bag broke again. I had to pick up all that shit off the floor.
We're going to have a talk about him and those cheap ass garbage bags.
Please. It's like, stop putting 5 pounds of shit in a 3-pound bag. Anyway,
stuff like you
right.
have a dog, and then you drop your toothpick, right, or your cigarette butt. The dog likes to put things in its mouth, right? The dog has a problem. He does, let the fucking dog, right? I dropped the toothpick, I threw it, and it bounced off the rim of the pail, and then it was pitch black out last night. It was 1:00 in the morning in the backyard, and I heard it miss the garbage and land on the floor.
Did you pick it up?
And I went, fucking retrograde. Everything I was doing yesterday was exactly that. Like, oh, I got it in my hand. I'm a foot away.
Do you know why? Because
cannoli
will pick that up, and it'll get stuck
out
in her
into
mouth
the dark
or in her
so
throat.
Because last night she was chewing on one of those chew toys, and she took the edge off of but it was the chewy the snack, those things that the cats eat.
Oh, okay.
Those sticks.
Yeah, the ones we got are the big ones.
Yeah, she had a piece this big
and
in her mouth. Off. No, she was chewing it like it was chewing tobacco. Is like in her throat, and then I had her upside down. I picked this dog upside down.
You didn't know she had.
No, my mother didn't know. Nobody knew. And then she goes, "What? Is she got something in her mouth?" And then she was going, and it was just popping out, and it was like this long. That dog's 8 pounds. It's this big.
Did you pull it out of her mouth?
Yeah, naturally, it took me a half hour to get it out of her mouth. She didn't want it out. She was playing with it, and I was like, "Yo, look."
She could quietly choke.
Okay, so now if that was this,
I can't. Yeah.
Okay, so these are things that you pay forward. You don't have to waste your time all day doing this. You don't have to sweep up everyone and all that shit. You just got to start with, like, for me,
one thing.
Right? If I'm like, okay, Paula, let's split up and get some stuff done. What do you mean? Well, I don't really need anything done. Oh, can you bring the cat dish out? I bring it out in a little bit. I bring it back in. But and she goes to the door, and I'm like, hey, you don't got to go out there. Everything's done already. I handled that side of the yard. I'm not going to wait for my lady to go over there and handle it for me. Everybody's fed. Everything's done. And she goes, yo, you want coffee? And I'm like, oh, we're at coffee already? Well, everything's kind of done, because back and forth. Yeah. She'll throw out the garbage and then never put the plastic bag, like another one, in like the little things. But we have them in there inside the trash can, right? So I pull them up every time and put them on, but she's throwing it out every time. So if I sit there and go, oh, she throws it out but doesn't put another one in, what are you arguing for? What are you judging for? Judging McJudgy.
Put a bag in
the
there.
Bag is in there already. They're all folded in there.
I know.
You just pull it up and
Did you
put
see
it on.
I followed your suit and I put that all the white ones in
Yeah,
there?
and guess what? It worked really
know.
good, like great good. See,
Please.
this is what I'm talking about. Don't waste your time and effort with the, hey, you could do this, and why don't you do your complaint? It would have already been done. Already been done.
Sometimes you just really have to pick and choose battles, and you have to decide, is it worth the time that I'm going to be aggravated over this? Like, obviously I do a lot of things that upset Frank. Like I don't shut the refrigerator door. I have a thing, and Ellen noticed it,
And the freezer.
and they make jokes and they laugh at me. But I tell them I'm flawed. I'm sorry. For some reason, I think it's because I can't feel the tips of my fingers sometimes, and I can't feel things. And so I don't shut the refrigerator door, and I don't dry dishes all the way before I put them away. Like, these are like just terrible things. Kindness is so gangster. I love you, Ellen. These are things that I don't.
All right, so she knows because she had the problem with the plumber.
Love me.
Right? Because he wouldn't fix the sink because the sink is from 1930. They don't make the part. Well, maybe putting something fucking new. So when I close it, it shuts off. No, when you close it all the way, it squirts water out. So you can only close the halfway, but it stops at the halfway.
Yeah, we have to get a washer.
This was Paul. Now, I'm not doing shit. This was Paula's thing. Fix it, bro. To the plumber. Right. Okay. He didn't fix it, so she pushes it shut now every time. But she was the one that's like, Frank, don't do that. You got to do it halfway.
I don't do it every time.
Hold on. I'm making a point.
Okay, go ahead.
If I walk in there every time and give her shit every time, right? And she just keeps going and going. Do you want to go to war over something stupid like this? Over the way somebody squeezes toothpaste tubes, or are you just going to fix them? You're there. You're there.
That too.
It's not a matter of hate. They're things that bother people. You waste your fucking time with this stuff is what I'm getting at, because you want ascension. You're not ascending fast enough. You're not. I'm letting you know now. I've been under for the last 2 weeks. You're not.
Oh, yeah.
You're not.
Frank has seen a lot of shit last couple of weeks.
You're not. You know why? Because you're too involved. Because you're not involved enough with yourself. Okay? And people are going to be, oh, man, listen to him talking at me. I don't give a fuck. I'm ascending. It doesn't matter. You're going to go. You'll make it. Don't worry.
You see, this is a win for me.
There's a lot of yous that aren't popping off that are supposed to. You're just listening to me and JC and Chris Gio tell you how we're popping off. You need to come up here. You need it. We need you. You are needed.
Oh, you are needed.
Fucking, you're more necessary than me. I'm to produce 100 of me.
If you're hearing this stupid show about two people talk about their stupid life, I mean, it's a great, wonderful life, but I mean, stupid shit happens in it. It's like, really, I have a thing with not being able to turn up the toothpaste. It's because I'm a big girl.
This has nothing to do with that.
No. But the problem is, we used to fight over it, and I used to say, Frank, I try.
The toilet seat up, the toilet seat down.
I try.
Just
I
fucking do it.
I don't say anything about the toilet seat. I don't give a shit.
No, I know. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I.
Whatever.
I just go in and try to.
Whatever,
flip.
as long as it's clean, I don't care.
If I'm standing there, why judge you over it? This is what I mean when you're being kind sometimes, right? You just put the fucking seat down. There's 5 women in the house and a guy. If you're peeing all over the seat, okay, and leaving it up or doing some stupid shit, you're a dummy. Fix yourself. Same thing with women. Y'all be complaining to men about all this crazy shit. You see how you leave the bathroom sometimes with all your shit everywhere? Stop judging McJudging. If you just clean your shit up, yeah, it takes so long, and the hair products, you don't need all that. If I told you how they tested those hair products, would you ever use them again?
Oh, please, let's not even go there.
Why not? Child trafficking. Why not? Fucking killing whales. They're putting all that shit in there, plus chemicals. And you want to know why you have cancer. But you're arguing about the wrong shit all the fucking time. You're not advancing because you're stagnant, because you scream 9/11's an inside job over and over again. I've been telling you since day one. Okay, Judgy McJudge fuck. Shut up. We get it. Okay. Since 9/11 was an inside job, what have you done? Are you the Jon Stewart of this fucking situation? Are you getting things actually done other than screaming it out loud in people's fucking faces?
He did get a lot of shit done though.
And then opened an animal farm and quit fucking TV. And you're going to tell me, what did you do today? What did you do today for you? We get it. It's an inside job. Now, what have you done for yourself? Did you move out of New York City? Did you find yourself a job that's in a better position where you could get things done? Or are you just shooting heroin and fucking sitting in a corner yelling at me on fucking Facebook? What? Oh, wait. Shooting heroin on Facebook, child trafficking, raping babies. See, she just got triggered by me saying that. And I'm like, fuck it. They're eating babies in rituals. You're being overrun by a satanic nation. And you want to argue with me about stupid shit because of that. I'm not blaming you.
No, I know you're not blaming me.
I'm so sorry if this comes off
all right
the wrong way. No, I'm not going to stop, and I'm not changing the fucking topic. It's got to roll straight through.
Go ahead.
We need, as a collective, to jump up a notch, okay? To back off. I don't give a fuck no more, right? I argue with this fucking dude online all the time, right? These are my friends, my black friends and my white friends and my Spanish friends and my orange friends, like everyone. And they're fucking arguing and giving me shit. And Frank, are you fucking trying to tell me? No, you know what? I'm not trying to tell you anything. I love you. I've really had many a dope time with you. To say like, well, fuck this guy because of BLM. You know what? Some people, they all right, BLM might be a terrorist organization, but there's a lot of good people that aren't part of that, but still feel don't stop killing people. Stop it.
Killing people.
Yes, so I agree with them. I agree with them. People. And I'm like, yeah, but maybe not tie yourself to the movement because the movement has been hijacked. The
organization has been hijacked.
Yes, that's what I'm getting at, right? Like you could be like, all right, I get it. If there's a time for action, there's a balance. There's a balance here, okay? And then there's a time to just watch. Now imagine if everyone just stepped back and you stopped buying soda products. You just stepping back. Watch. You were in here with Coke, Pepsi, Coke, Pepsi, Coke, Pepsi, Coke, Pepsi, and then you back up and go. Everyone knows they're poisonous. Everyone knows, right? Right? Oh, the ones ascending, no, right? Go in your refrigerator right now. Start throwing shit out. Did you go in there and got involved? No, this is what I'm saying. You want to see the companies fall?
I do like a Stewart's orange cream.
I understand. There are ways to make these products without poison, without the poison, and still make a good product.
Yes, you're 100% correct.
Okay, so you're telling me if I busted out a replica right now
out there
and said, computer, I would like an Earl tea, an Earl Grey tea, whatever, right? And it gives me one. Is it going to give me one with fucking poison in it in the replicator? No, the replicator is going to be jacked out to when I eat a fucking orange. It's an orange with no fucking, listen to me, with no poisons. It wasn't grown as a Terminator seed. It's a full heirloom. It's beautiful. It is juicy. It has got all the nutrients in it you want and what is written out of it because it's a replicator, right? Poisons, cancers, bullshits, anything that would negatively affect your body. Right. So we're not growing the orange on a pesticide. We're teleporting or no, we're creating one right in front of you.
Out of what? What are you creating the
molecules right in front of you?
Oh, from one place to another.
Do you in Star Trek, they go and they're like, yo, get coffee. They go computer coffee, boop, and it comes out of the wall.
Okay.
Right. There's a machine in there, an artificial intelligence. A replicator, they call it, making you something. So is there going to be poisons on my coffee beans?
No.
Is the replicator going to fucking replicate the fucking poison? Because you're looking at me like I'm a dummy, and I'm looking at you going, are you fucking crazy? Are you absolutely bugging? What are you, nuts? No, you're going to have all the good shit in it minus the bad stuff.
You're 100% correct.
Right?
Why are you yelling at me?
Because you're looking at me like I'm a fucking dummy, and we're doing a show. Like and I'm going, this is important for people, so it's kind of important to make the point in 2 seconds instead of 5 hours. This is all I'm getting at. It's amped and it's jacked up because we're sitting in it for weeks, months, years, lifetimes. Enough.
Okay.
I'm watching the wave, and I gotta work with my people. I can't just talk about the cats and go, they're lovely this week. Some weeks, child babies, people, we got to kill you and the reptilians today. We got to hang you, motherfuckers. Okay. We got to drag you out.
I'm on your side.
We got to put up the gallows. We got to get some lizard hunters, and we got to take care of business. Right? Some weeks we got to fucking shoot down a UFO and kick a ritual and it's nuts. And other weeks we could fucking hug babies and have talk about the party.
Honey, this was one of those weeks. Please.
I know. So we have to keep that track without falling off into Dummyville. And I'm not telling you you're doing any of this stuff, and I don't mean to yell at you and come across that way. I just know what you're doing. You and I think it's crazy.
You just yelled at me for 3 minutes. But you didn't mean to yell at me at all.
It's not like that. I'm not yelling at her
like that.
Because right away everybody wants to put everybody in the calm down. You can't stop. You can't stop it. Right? So if somebody doesn't say, hey, you need to snap out. See, if I tell my brother to snap out of it, he'll tell me shut the fuck up. Right? If Paula or someone else steps in and goes, hey, snap out of it. Oh, hey, Frank, did you know Paula came over to me and said, snap out of it? I'm motherfucker, I've been trying to snap you out of it for a week, and you look at me and get mad at me, right? So for those of you that need me to say it, just if you're going to walk away, you're going to step away, you're going to cancel a fucking membership to something because it political views and values and this and that, and you're getting too in and and it doesn't fit you, back out, press goodbye. That's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Share this.
Thank you.
It's good for you. Put fucking smiles on your face. You hear that? I'm ready for fucking. I'm ready to grab a reptile by their fucking head and twist it off.
But there are none here now, so.
So you hear JC, who's a friend of ours, right? She's really good. Talk about. Thank you so much, Studio. I love you so much.
Thank you.
Sending you most positive vibes. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, it's
explode
okay.
Into that rant.
No, it's totally all right. It's fine. Go ahead. Just.
Right. You hear her saying, literally, under the Vatican, there's a giant demon named Baal chained up in the depths. Beelzebub, whatever. They're all fucking jerk offs. They all lead back to Baal. Okay. With a portal open.
Yeah, that was a little scary.
Listen, for those of you that haven't witnessed it, okay, it is very frightening. But Shaman Jimmy and myself back in the day have walked right into that place, started throwing beings around, couldn't do anything. Why? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
JC was, I was like telling her, I'm like, hey, JC, I didn't know back then, close the portal, the monster will go away, but I don't think we could have did it anyway. It's more than what the creator can do in this body when you have all of these things working, other creators working against you, doing the same thing. I was chopping them, stabbing them, light swording them, caking them. Nothing worked. It like worked for a moment and then didn't work. It's just like you cut him and then he bloop, forms right back. It's like, well, I guess that's not how you do it. And she's like, well, the portal's open. I'm like, yeah. Now now we know you close the portal, power goes away. You drain the power battery. We've talked about going back and destroying rituals throughout time when you would be getting the atomic bomb. How'd you get that information? Did you just come up with that or somebody give that to you? We went back to that moment where that information was given and we realized who was giving who the information, right? So we started the power drain there. We went back and started ruining the rituals throughout all different spots and times and places because that echoes back the other way, right? It ruins the ritual. What happens? It collapses on itself. It's like pulling out a card in a house of cards. Eventually the whole thing just comes crumbling down.
But that's what's happening now,
right?
With all of this ascension that's going on, the shift that's going on, whatever you want to call it. As you ascend, do you feel better?
I'm ready. I'm ready to throw down.
Okay. I'm glad
Not
you-
with you.
No,
I'm ready to be
no, I
tag
know.
team. Come on, right? Like the old Killer Bees.
No, I'm good.
Right?
I'm
or
good.
like Triple H and
Yeah.
HBK.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Because that's
Woo!
yeah.
Close on him, Paula. Paula off the top ropes with her one good elbow.
So weird. So weird. Today was just one of those very strange days, but it's okay. It's all good. So weird. What was I saying before that?
Ascension during this time of ascension.
Oh, during this time of ascension is very important because that thing and all of this child slavery, sex slavery, it's like it is like what she said, JC, on her YouTube videos. It is very 3D stuff. It's stuff that's happening in the now. It's stuff that is happening to keep your vibration low, and all will be revealed. You just have to continue doing what you're doing. And if you can't do anything, you can be kind and you can think good thoughts and you can speak your truth and you can
Look,
use your voice.
If you know, do you know that there's this stuff going on? Well, then what do? Being on social media yelling about it doesn't get it out of you. It gets an emotional output. Man, I got it out of me. Look, everybody should know that there's demons everywhere. Okay, well, have you done your demon work metaphorically? Okay, if that stuff's there. So they asked me this, Frank, how much do you need to see? Because I asked last night. I'm going to tell you about a few experiences over the course of tonight. But what do you need to see? Again, like, why are you down? Do you need to see the angel again? Or do you want to see the monster again? Which one? What do you need? Do you want to see Santa Claus? Or do you want Spider-Man?
That was very nice.
Do you want
do
you want to see Aya, even though you're not under Aya? Do you want to see your mama? Do you want mommy? Right? Like, what is going to make this better for you to believe again? Because you know it's all there. And I was like, man, I don't know. And I looked up over my head, right above me, and clouds are coming in, and they were really low, and a hole opened in the clouds. And I don't know if you've ever, like, I'm in the Bronx, so for me, I don't really see this stuff too often where it's like, oh, I laid down and looked up, and the hole opened. I got pictures I didn't show you yet.
Oh, really? Did you see stars?
The hole opened, like, boom.
Did you see ships?
No, I didn't. However, I've never seen this occur, so I was kind of assuming it's them in the clouds because they were all. I'll show you the picture. I didn't get a chance to upload everything. Come to the Fearless family is where I show the pictures. But the hole opened and it was gigantic. It wasn't like over my house. It was blocks long.
Right.
So you know how it's scary,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt instantly like tiny, and I was like, and they said to me, "Are you?" Because I ate some mushrooms. They were like, "Are you scared? You feeling better now?" And I go, "I'm not fucking scared. I'm not fucking scared." And I stood up and I just looked up, and when I looked straight up over my head, it was a holy shit moment. You could have fucking sent a dragon down out of there. I was already frightened to my core just looking at the sky, but refused to feel the fright. That didn't sound right. I refused to let it overtake me.
No, I can understand that.
So I stood up and was like looking, like, no, I'm not looking away. And it's like, okay, here it comes. And then the boom, the circle just opened, and then it was clear sky. But to me, it looked like stuff was forming all around it. And they kept telling me, you should take some pictures. You should take some pictures. So I picked my camera up and I was holding it up in the air, just going, da, 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 da. Like, I'm not going to sit in the fear bubble anymore, ever.
Right,
so send the dragon, send the ship, send the ET, send the lizard, send Jesus from Space Rocket 9, send Paula, send the snake, send the Anunnaki, send them all. And guess what? I'm right here. My eyes are wide open. I'm looking right at you. You know what happened after that? All the clouds went away. Everything went away.
What happened after that?
Everything went away. There was not only no fear, there was that air of clean and clear.
Oh, like when there's a
outside,
like a thunderstorm.
Yeah, when it clears the area, but it was just so heavy and so fucking
Was your
weird.
experience over after that, or
no? It kept going. I had a very rough night. There's a lot of paranormal activity. I was telling you there were bangs and boom all around me. I
Do
went
you
into
think it
my
was your-
garage. I thought there were animals in the garage, and I went in there and I had my headphones in one ear, and then I was looking and I'm like, I could hear you, and I flipped the light on. I looked there was nothing there. I closed the light, stepped back, and boom, right next to me, it sounded like somebody slammed something. Boom.
Someone was trying to get your
I'm like,
attention.
I have the headphone out in this ear. I just flipped the light on again, nothing. I went upstairs to pee. I'm being dead quiet in the bathroom. I'm at my grandparents. My mother's room's right near the bathroom. I hate when if I'm not the one right by the bathroom, because then I feel like you could always hear me in there.
Mhm.
I'm in there all quiet, brushing my teeth like this, and then boom! It sounded like on the other side of the door, either my mother or my grandfather slammed their door as hard as they could.
Someone was
I
trying
jumped.
to get your
I
attention.
looked. My door was closed. The bathroom door was locked. So I looked. And I says, "Okay." I put my shit down. I says, "You open this door right now." Now I'm tripping. I'm like, I'm having an experience. I go, I'm going to open this and be prepared for anything on that side. And if it goes boo or you see your grandfather on the floor, your mom weird face of the shit, and where, be prepared. Just be prepared. I don't know how to fucking prepare you for that. Anything could be behind door number one, but it's slammed. So is somebody in the house? I open the door, nothing. Then I go, all right, I've pretty much had enough. When I was walking in and out of my room, and it smelled like the garbage death smell.
Yeah, that we've had that smell here a few times.
Yeah, so it's in one spot.
Yeah, it smells like
so
garbage.
You walk by, it smells like dirt shit, rot,
Garbage.
It's terrible.
Like garbage.
So I'm like smelling the floor. Says the dog going to the bathroom? No, nothing.
It was that entity.
It was up high. So I'm like, oh, right. So I walk by it. I walk by it. It smells like blueberries next to my mother's room.
Yeah,
it smells
of the
beautiful in the fucking hallway. I go into the room right there, right, and then I walk by. So I go, okay, you're standing here. So
Did you get rid of it?
My mother goes, "What are you doing? What are you gagging on?" So I'm like, "You don't smell that?" She's like, "I don't smell anything." She walks in, smells, doesn't. I don't smell anything. Well, what does it smell like to you? It smells like a clean room. I go, "You can't tell the smell changes from here to here." So I go, "Can I sage up here right now?" And she was like, "Go ahead."
Because it's an entity.
I fucking blasted this place with sage. Get out of my home. See, I mean from my heart. I get too busy wrapped up in this stuff, right? So
it sucks. It sucks.
I go outside, have all those experiences. Now I'm back in. I did the bee, the slam, the this, the that. I go in my bedroom. I put the iPad on. I'm listening to it. I told you I shut the iPad off. I'm like, I'm going to sleep. I put the iPad down. My phone goes off, right? And I hear talking coming from my phone. So I open my eyes again. I'm like, where's that coming from? Right? And then I'm like, I pick up my iPad and I hold it to my head. It's in the pitch black. So I'm like, what's going on here? And it's off. So I put it back down and it's completely black. I didn't turn it on. I was like, it's off. I still hear the other sound. Okay, it sounds like my phone. I pick up my phone. I check. It's not on YouTube. It's on so the video's playing of Mark Passio's. I was alchemy and all kinds of weird shit. I was watching the 6-hour video, but I didn't listen to it all night. So it was like 5 hours had passed, and the app was shut. So you have to open the app and then you could just start playing it. So there's no button you can just press on one of the screens, and this shit was playing. So when I opened the screen, it wasn't on YouTube, and I'm like, why is this playing? So usually there's like a button to press right on the screen if that's happening, and I noticed it right away because it was scaring me. Now I was getting scared, so I flick, shut it, put it down, boom, please let me go to sleep. I close my eyes, I wake up. The room, I had the air condition on. Now it's 68 degrees outside, 100 degrees in my room because the air doesn't come in that room. So I put the air condition on 68. Okay. It was like so friggin' hot. I'm covered in sweat and my iPad's playing. It's playing. It's, as a matter of fact, 5 videos ahead from the last video that I was watching right when I pressed stop and turned it off. I lay down. Phone starts going off. I'm like,
something
enough, motherfucker. Like I blew a gasket.
Trying to get your attention.
Then at exactly 9:30 this morning, there was a guy on a ladder right next to my window working on the gutters. And I heard the fucking the ladder hit up against the aluminum siding. He went right up past my window, and it sounded like he was in the room on top of me. I opened my eyes. I was gonna open the window and just push the fucking ladder and go, "Fuck this! It's over, like I lost my mind." But I didn't do anything like that.
You should
He
have
fixed the gutters, and the gutters look nice.
You should have come home.
No, I had work
Yeah,
to
it's
do.
stuff to do. I
Work
know.
to do. So let's work back now.
Okay.
We didn't do a show last week. Apologies. The energy was really bad. However, the week before,
God, the week before seemed so much
we're
longer.
going to talk about an experience, you and I,
what
when
which one?
Ellen was here. See, we're going back now because we didn't do a show. Ellen came here on Sunday.
Oh, that's right.
So that we did our last show 2 weeks ago, right? Or yeah, a week and a half ago, or whatever. She came here on a Sunday. It was the next day after the show, and we smoked. Or was it Monday?
Oh, that's right.
Okay, so
no, it was Sunday.
It was Sunday. I was just touching. So we had, I'm not gonna speak for Ellen. Ellen's awesome, by the way. Shout out to Ellen and Nick. Love you guys so much. Can't wait to see you again. We were having an experience, and then the experience outside that was going on. So everyone's world changed here. So we're gonna let you in on a little something.
I forgot.
We all the cats came in. We noticed all the cats were gathering with us, and we were gonna have a DMT experience. So want to do a major breakthrough, right? So we get the major breakthrough. Ellen has her experience, so she's deep into her experience. So the chamber was filled. Now Paula had taken a hit or two. I came back, sat right here where I'm sitting. I'm watching Ellen, and she goes out there. She broke the doors down, right? And I start pulling off off the mothership. That's the name. And then I'm hitting it, and I get a full giant hit that was so massive, but I did it slowly. So I'm just watching everyone in the room, and then I look down and I see that it's still filled because it's got the bong has a big piece in it. So I'm like, wow, we really took this bad boy up, right? So whoa, that was a big hit, right? I'm watching everyone. Ellen's making some noises. You're over in the corner just trying to do your thing. I'm like, wow, this is really intense. And then I hear, well, you got to take more. Come on. So I look up and it's still filled. And I'm like, I gotta finish this. Boom. Pull back into the chair.
Oh,
Hydra Bob.
Hydra Bob keeps jumping off the Hydra Bob jumped today.
Did he?
All by himself.
Hydra Bob better watch his shit.
Well, I don't think he was jumping at me. I think he was just jumping. Hi, Teddy.
People get jumpy in our presence because they know you're about to get etherically fucked up. Anyway, so I start going in like hardcore, and they were asking me, do you want to stay in your body? You want to get out of your body? You want to stay in your body, get out of your body, stay in your body? So I go, I'll just get out of my body. It looks like it's pretty crazy what's going on here. They went too late, right? You have a moment. We asked you all these times. You're just supposed to like get me out. And I was sitting in it like,
yeah, but you never take it. You always take a long time to answer a question.
There was a scene in Bachelor Party. I don't even want to mention Tom Hanks's name, that dick, but they ask him a question, and he's like, "Listen, you give me your girlfriend Debbie, I'll give you my car." So the guys at the bachelor party are like, they're all going, So he goes, "Guys, I don't know, Debbie or take the car." So they're like, "Debbie, take the car, Debbie." They're all shouting and shouting. He's like, "I'll, oh," and the guy's like, "Come on, take the fucking car," right? So they went through this whole process, and that's what I felt like. Like I was just like, should I stay? Should I go? Should I stay? So I said, "Get me the fuck out of here." And all that happened was I came out of my body and rose about that high into the Godhead, they call it. Doesn't sound right. But universally inside this form, in the creator form, it was like the head. And you could look down from the high density into the realm. I peek in, and my nose and then the rest was still in my body, right? And I'm like, what the hell's going on? And they were clearing giant sections out. They were just like taking the roads, the neural pathways, and removing them. And they were like, hey, check it out. You're a little late on your answer, so we're removing your operating system today. Does that make sense? And I'm like, what? They're like, when your Mac goes down because we're putting a new thing in it, and then you have to wait like 12 hours and then it comes back. They're like, we're the operating system, the whole thing's got to come down, and we're putting the whole new installation in brand new.
Is that why you're so much calmer now?
Yeah.
You
Well,
think?
ever since this moment, something weird has happened to me.
Ever since like 5 minutes ago, right? When you were like a crazy person.
You want me to amp it back up?
No.
Come on. We'll smoke peace pipe together.
Okay.
Ready?
We should smoke the Gandalf pipe.
One thing at a time, my
One
love.
thing at a time. Okay. So,
So we they were scooping chunks of me out, and I started getting into that point where I don't know who I am anymore. So I'm now sitting in the chair listening to Ellen, making sure she's not far off, because just in case I have to get up. But they're like, you're not getting up, right? So I'm like, no, just in case or whatever, to look over. My arms felt numb, like I couldn't work them, so they just hung. And then the only thing I could really move was my head, and I could laugh kind of, and that was about it. What I was seeing was them replacing 100% of everything that was constructed in that would make up your mind. They like literally took it out. They put in circuitry, and it looked brand new superhighway. Metaphorically, think when you look at a motherboard on a computer or something, where you see all the circuitry and everything, picture like one from the future, like 3000 AD future, where you're like, whoa, where is this from? Another planet? Like, this looks crazy. And they were bringing me into it, lowering me down, and I didn't know who I was at that point. I was like, I don't even know what's going on. I don't know what to do. And then suddenly it became like a track, and I started riding it, and I could see it. Oh, this is new. Oh, this is really cool. I don't even know where the hell am I? And they're like, dude, this is you, right? So as that occurred, they go to me, oh, we installed your quantum mind. So your mind's going to work in a quantum field now. It's not going to be the way it was. It started to, if you cut an orange like this and then pull it, and there's that
spiral.
The spiral. They did that to me, right? And pulled it. And I go, what's that? And they were like, dude, that's you. We're unlocking your DNA. Right. So all this black was laced tight as if it was like a cookie with the Oreo center, except the center was like black. But so when you untwist and pull it out, there's all like layer of black under it. All of that was releasing and cleaning. Okay. Thank you for letting me say all that.
No, it's
Then
okay.
I go, there's a giant dinosaur in here with me out of that spiral. It comes running out, and I'm like, oh, dinosaur. So that looks pretty real. It looks at me, starts running away from me. It looked like a giant T-Rex. So I start running with it. And I'm like, hey, come over here. You're pretty cool. I'm going to ride on the T-Rex's back. I'm not scared no more. I don't give a shit, blah, blah, blah. And I got out in front of it, which was really weird. And I go, man, you look just like me. You look just like me. It was weird, but a dinosaur. And right up the other side, there was another dinosaur. And it looked like Paula. I was like, hey. And they chased down this thing and ate it. And then I was going, Paula, we were dinosaurs as well. And I find you so attractive as the dinosaur. The way you tear flesh right off the bone, it's just doing something to the T-Rex in me. But I can't explain it, but I'm watching the two T-Rexes in complete bliss eating the thing they just killed.
Well,
and they were gigantic. So they were like, look, you're going to see a lot of stuff today. It's just going to be weird. Like, you're going to feel a little discombobulated because of the things you're going to see. Information's just going to be pouring in. So I went, wow, that's crazy. Did you know Black Panther died? Right. And then I'm like, why did I say that? right? Because it was like a day after, 2 days after Chadwick Boseman from Marvel died, right? So they're like, he's right there. And now I'm looking up and I'm trying to see who's they're talking. Where's my higher self? I'm just trying to figure out, the DNA spiral and all that stuff. And Frank couldn't think. Frank was just like, I don't know who I am. But then I said, did you know Black Panther died? And then I was confused that I could even say that because I couldn't say anything else. And I was like, whoa. And they were like, well, he's right there. So I looked up at the wall. The walls were breathing and all kinds of shit. And I could tell there were beings behind it. And they were like, he's right there. And as if I was in the room with him, he just stands there and looks at me. And he's like, I go, hey, man, are you all right? So I sit up in my chair and I'm like, hey, man, I was legitimately concerned. He's like, I'm okay.
Yeah.
He looks
I
around.
took a hit with that one.
Yeah.
It's hard.
His friends and family were just there. Remember how I tell you that you're not going anywhere? You're just right there. They just kind of turn and there's your friends and family. It don't matter if you're in Florida, Texas, whatever. You could see everyone as you're just turning and accessing them, almost like you're just in a room on screens and you're just being able to access the ones you want. So he's like, I'm surrounded by these people, my friends and family. And then he goes, you need to get up though. You're a king. You're a king. You need to stand up. So I'm like, you want me to stand up? So I stood up and then I'm like, wait a second, I'm up. What the fuck is going on here? And then I got this feeling he was poisoned. He was like, he was telling me he was poisoned, but I don't think he was poisoned. I don't know. I didn't get further into it. It was almost like he was trying to take other things that would cure him that were natural and it poisoned him. That's how it came across.
I think it was a sacrifice.
Right. So, but see, that's what I mean. There's that Michael Jackson thing to it where the doctor's there with you. So he was privately doing stuff and then taking medicine from a medicine man, kind of.
Right. So
And
he
then-
could have had an interaction with the things he was taking.
Right. So I couldn't tell if he would, because he didn't seem upset. Like, I was poisoned, motherfucker. Like, he didn't do that.
No, he didn't seem upset. You said at all.
He was like and he wasn't in the Black Panther outfit either. He was in, if anyone saw the movie when he was just hanging out with his sister and they were showing him the costumes, he was wearing that just cool black thing. It was like
Yeah.
black with the purple in it. I
Yes.
was like, oh, look, that looks pretty cool.
It's funny that they would send someone who played a Marvel character who you liked in the Marvel universe,
But look who he did.
played a king, to come and tell you you're a king.
Yeah.
Don't you think that's ironic? I know we have him.
No, I know. But
I know,
this
very
guy,
sad.
right?
Very
So
sad.
I'm not playing a game. He sits on Sekhmet, right on her lap. Bop. And so he's always been there. It's all relevant.
It's so weird. Yeah, it really is.
It's beyond weird, but here's the thing too. I guess
I'm
it's
invoking Hello Kitty. I need to get some Hello Kitty shit in my life.
Hello
I'm trying to
Kitty.
call it in to my universe.
Remember when you called it out of your universe? You never did nothing for me, Hello Kitty, in
Oh, yeah.
Wildwood.
That was different. We spent like how much money?
So
did you
what?
spend? Like $80 trying to win a Hello Kitty. They had this Hello Kitty stuffed animals in the claw game. Frank probably spent about $80 trying to win me a Hello Kitty. We could have just went in the store and gotten one for $12.99. And I was done at one point. I was like, don't give her another dollar. She's never done anything for me. And I stopped.
Just like
loving
the
Hello Kitty.
NFL
I'm
and
back now though. I'm back Hello Kitty. I need some rhinestone bling.
just
Anyway.
like professional sports, when you guys want to fight and you want to riot over the city and who won, who didn't win, what are they actually doing for you? Or when they lose, what did they do to you? Can you explain that to me on a higher level so that I may understand it? Even though I was a Division II sports player, okay? I played football and lacrosse. Tell me what you did for me that I have to go to war literally for the Jets, for the Giants, for the Yankees, for the Mets, for the Rangers, for the Islanders. What have you done for me that I'm so wrapped up that I follow you and then these guys, fuck them and kill them? Sounds like war to me on that level, right? You're so overtaken. You jocks, pretend jocks, that are into fantasy football and oh yeah, the good old days or whatever. Like the way you are with sports, and then you look at me and go, oh, the way you are with comic books. I'm like, your guys are scripted clowns. At least our guys are teaching how to really be a hero, right? Because there's more than just a cape and a cowl and some fucking fancy weird boots and shit, shiny stuff. No, it takes balls to get up and do what we do, not dribble a basketball. You see the difference? To catch a ball, dogs catch balls. I throw ball, you catch ball. You bring ball back to me. Ooh. Who's training who? What are we doing here? I get it. I enjoy playing. It's fun. But we take it to this extreme Coliseum level where all of a sudden we're Spartacus. Let me remind you how Spartacus ends. When they can't figure out what's going on, and all the politicians are bad, and all the people are bad, and the slave owners are bad, and these guys are bad. What's the name of the last episode in Spartacus? Right? The one with Andy, right? The guy that died of cancer, the best Spartacus. What was the episode? Kill them all. Right? That's when he jumps off the shield and runs up and goes, oh, so the high table. Once again, just like John Wick, those above and those below. Well, the ones below are doing all the work. You're literally doing nothing but talking. You know, you get to the point where it's vomitorium, metaphorically.
Okay, can I just break this up because I need something lighter to talk about now because I'm
Spartacus?
Spartacus. Because I am Spartacus too.
I am Spartacus as well.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. It always leads to that point where we got to break things up, change it, because it turns into this fancy, nonsensical, what did they think about me and what did I think about you, and we're gonna scumbag this one. All shit that doesn't, it's just irrelevant across the board. How does my dress look? How do you know you want to star on the Hollywood Star of Fame, right? Walk of Fame, whatever it's called. You got to pay for that.
I don't think anything. After all is said and done, I don't think any of that's going to mean anything anymore.
Okay, that's not what I was talking about. I thought you were trying to say, no, they don't pay for it. No.
Oh, no, everyone pays
for it.
Everyone pays.
So you're not even important. I liked you in that movie when you were pretending that time to be that guy. That was that guy that did the thing.
Frank,
that did that thing. That was the guy.
Anonymity,
right? That girl. That time you were that girl where she was a whore and she had really nice rack and made everybody in the theater go ooh, and then all the guys are oh, and then everybody in society started changing and acting like a complete whore, fucking everything up because they're following you. Monkey see, monkey do. Remember that time? Yeah, it was good. However, it needs more dragons and shit, and that's why we're here. That's why we are here. Because we are fearless and we're going to change this garbage. The idiocracy. We're going to change the fucking channel and we're going to change it and raise the frequency in this place. We're going to play a song that's so good the whole world's going to listen to, kind of like Bill and Ted.
Didn't something else happen to you after the DMT experience?
Yeah. Well, right after so I wasn't finished talking about it. So I hear you open the front door at some point.
Yeah.
And go outside. I thought I heard the doorbell or something.
Yeah.
I couldn't literally move or do anything. So I was wrapped in my own thing. And I know Ellen was wrapped in her whole thing and you disappeared. So I get up and I go outside. And there's a fire truck.
Ambulance.
I mean, an ambulance.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like right in front of the house, there's people walking around and shit. And I'm like, what's going on? And oh, that's what it was. The lady from next door came and banged on the door and rang the bell. So it was like one of those da, 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 ding, 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 ding. And I was like, what the fuck is that?
Right. And I took care of it. And our landlady ended up falling.
The old lady that's going to be 100, fell, broke a hip.
Broke a hip, hit her head, had to go to the
right
ER.
on the porch.
Yes. So Paula's dealing with that.
Wait, now we're going to stop the story there and back it up. Okay. Now Ellen goes under and I turn my chair to you and you take yours. What happened?
I don't remember. You gotta start it. I don't remember what happened right away.
Okay. Ellen goes under.
Okay.
And
No,
then
I mean,
come over to you and I'm like, here, take this.
I
And then
think
you go out.
I said a couple of things. I said,
You gotta talk into the
I
microphone.
don't remember. I don't remember. You gotta.
talk into it.
I'm trying to think. I'm so high right now. Oh, I said I definitely it was the whole contract revocation thing because I had closed a lot of contracts prior to this, and they were like, "We heard you. Contracts are closed," and yeah, then our landlady fell. So then I felt bad because I thought maybe closing one of my contracts meant closing hers, but she's fine. She's in a rehab facility. She's fine. She's going to be 100 in November. She's complaining. She's not eating the food. She's kicking and screaming. She's fine. And Roxy's fine, by the way, also. So Roxy,
Well, she has a tumor.
Roxy's fully, yeah, she does. She has a tumor on her liver. She does have cancer. Yes. But other than that, she's living her best life. I mean, she's taking full advantage of me and Frank in every way possible, but it's okay because she's living her best life. And it's okay. It's okay until it's not. So we're all good. But I don't remember what I said to you during you have to start it off. I don't remember.
I can't start it off because I don't remember because I went under.
Fuck. I think I was telling you something about I'm getting my house sooner than I thought.
Yeah, because
That's
it
what
was
they
one
said.
thing.
One
you
big
had
thing.
Said,
Yeah,
and
I
then you got
said
interrupted.
I said the house is coming sooner than we thought. The house is definitely coming sooner than we thought. And it's funny because
So with all these with
because it
everybody,
is.
we cut contracts. Paula was a mess. Stand up, cut contracts. Although Della and Joe, shout outs. You were here. We did the contract revocations, and immediately they noticed.
Yeah.
From doing the two that we did,
just a lot lighter.
It instantly started changing things.
Yeah.
So Paula went through the same thing, but she stood up in the middle of the living room and was like, I'm cutting the contracts. It was like she was shaving the cords off right at the skin, like it fuck off, get out of here. Like it was crazy. And she was saying it like, I'm doing this. The next day, we talked about this on the last show. My mother showed up, and then instantly it was like a release of one contract back to the other one. I told you guys I had to walk in and out of this place a few times because I couldn't take the two of them talking. They're both trying to tell you how you don't understand or whatever. But I think the contract was cut. And then the next day this happens.
Yeah.
So other things happen. As you cut your contracts, you don't even know what you're contracted to, and these things are showing up in your fucking face.
Right, and it's weird, and it's like you have to let
Paula
it go.
Thought Mary,
so
by
then I
cutting
felt
the
terrible.
contract,
cutting my contract meant she had to die. Should have known better. She's fine. She's in a rehab facility.
Just like my mother was like, "Oh, you guys are leaving," and we're like, "No,
nobody's leaving." But we're telling you we're not
leaving you.
We're not leaving you. But she was like, well, I'm leaving you until I'm ready. So we were like, okay, fine.
So it wasn't the way we thought.
No, it wasn't at all. She was like,
but it's still not bad.
No, it's all good.
It works out.
It's all good.
In a way you couldn't see. I
couldn't see it either.
But my mother's cool. And then we still
totally
do the
cool
same exact thing without having the stress.
Now there's no guilt involved in any decision making because what we were asking What we were asking of his brother was way too much anyway for him to make a decision about something that may or may not happen in the future. So now that all of that is closed, now there's no issue at all.
There's like a freedom.
There's a freedom.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, your dad.
Oh yeah, my dad. I don't really want to announce it.
Well,
we're talking, and
they're
we're gonna
talking.
have coffee this week.
Yes.
I actually have to call him tomorrow.
Yes.
And discuss a few things with him.
Yes, and
cool.
make the date for Tuesday because that would be a great day.
So, all right, check this out, Fearless fan. Hold on, let me go up here for a second. Hurdy-gurdy, man.
Thank you,
Toby. What's
up,
baby?
You. I love that 999. Thank you.
I love you so much. Love the Fearless family. Sending you most positive vibes. So, you guys know me from day one. I've had problems with my father from the first day you've met me. I've discussed having him and the issues, right? By Tuesday evening, you would see a picture of the two of us together at my apartment, having coffee. Paula was right.
About another thing.
Well, what was the amount of effort you had to put up? Nothing.
Nothing.
I put my
Nothing. Put your
hands up in the air and I didn't hold on.
Nope.
And I opened my eyes and I
Yep.
just let the energies take me.
Yep.
And I just went with the flow.
Right.
It's the best I could do.
Yes.
Best I got.
Yep.
Right. Not allowed to do anything else. Every other time I attach to something, enter Facebook, whatever. So multiple times, even last night, I was tripping really hard. And then I'm like looking just to flick through. And believe me, I was at the point where the phone looked like hyper 3D, where it's like the screen was jumping out in multiple layers with the energy coming out. And I could see it looked like the words weren't in the phone. This is how I know it's projecting the light into your face that overlaps your head, which the things are getting you all worked up because I could see it. I'm looking directly at it going, holy fuck. And then I was like, well, oh, this is a good thought. This is a good thought. Oh, look who's here. This person said this thing, cool. And then instant something to fucking trigger me. Like I wanted to take the phone and just launch it into space. I was like, I don't even want this. I want my smart glass pad and my telepathy. But right now I still need it. Let's not be dummy. Right. So I was like, okay, don't be a dummy. Just put the phone down. There's no need.
No need.
There's no need. I could just put it down and look at it later when I'm doing something else.
No need. I don't look at it when you're not around. I don't look at it. I don't look at it. I'm usually neck deep in cats. Whatever.
There's just other things that if I'm going to get angry to base thoughts to ricochet shit off of people's head and get them upset so I could tell you what you said. Yeah, I could write a song. Right? I could read a really good comic book. I could sweep the floor and smoke a fat joint.
You should
and
write
hang
a
out
song
Roxy.
about me.
I already wrote a song about you.
Did you really?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
She's got some bad
Oh,
habits.
forget
No,
it.
I'm just
Don't
kidding.
even go there. Don't even go there. Don't make me. Don't
I
make
know,
me.
I don't know.
Don't make me.
I don't want to cheapen it.
Okay.
I
He missed me. I had to sleep at his mother's last night.
cried
Yeah.
today. I cried because I wasn't with her in
Oh,
front
you
of her
did?
when
Really?
I was sitting right in front of you.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, I forgot about all that. Oh. And she was like, "Oh, what's the matter with you?" I was like, "I missed you a lot. I don't like being away from you. It has nothing to do with anything other than I don't like not being with you,
We didn't even
especially
get to sleep
during."
in the same bed.
It doesn't matter. You're only 10 feet from
I know
me.
it's good.
I could
That's
just
what I'm
walk over
saying.
there and kiss you and take
I
a look,
know.
make sure everything's
Make sure
okay.
everything's okay. I did the same thing. I did the breath check. Make sure you're breathing.
We
sure
put a
it's-
mirror under
Yeah.
you just to check.
Poke, yeah.
So yeah, we are baked. You know, look,
So what? Saturday night. This is it. I don't do anything else. We don't do anything else. It's me and you.
yeah.
Can we? You think we could try the weed that we have in the jar?
Yeah, probably. We already
Okay.
did once.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's right. So
Okay. Sorry.
we
I
medicate because you'll go fucking nuts.
Yeah, I'm taking
So,
medication. This
I'll tell you what.
anti-inflammatory is gone, and this shit hurts.
If we were drinkers, this would be a complete
Oh, forget
different
about
show.
it. There'd be 4
right?
bottles of wine on the table. Forget it. It'd be gone.
Let me
Forget about it.
fucking tell you something.
Please.
Tony Montana comes out and everything. So
Oh, you'd be sleeping.
not if I didn't eat. I'd be doing cocaine.
Would you really?
I'd be blasting it off
Nah,
the table,
I wouldn't be
screaming into
around.
the fucking
No, I
microphone.
wouldn't be a part of it.
You'd have no choice. I'd be like, guess what, honey?
I would have a choice.
Guess what? Tonight you'll become one of the high table. And you'd be like, what are you talking about? The high table. Boof, right in there, right? Ah, work it out. Work it. You pick your head up, you're just covered in white. You're like, bro. And then you just light a cigarette. And I'm like, I didn't know you smoked. You'd be like, I don't give a fuck, bro. Let's get the fuck out of here. Party's going.
I don't
Right?
even know who you are right now, so you just shut up and stop talking. Just shut up. You sound so stupid. I don't even know you.
We could write the best comics and we just the most intense shit. Anyway, so yeah, so diving into self-medication can be good if it's not pharmaceutical grade nonsense. So we're watching actually we weren't watching the TV, it was just on. Speed was on, right? We can't Reeves. So there was a commercial, and one of the commercials was like a drug commercial.
Oh.
the symptoms,
side
the side
effects,
effects.
were horrible.
I just stopped eating and looked over at her, and then
And we
she
went
heard
to
like
wait till
another
it
two
was
lines,
over.
and then looked over at me, and I'm like, they're still going. May cause this,
I'd
may
rather
cause this.
just take my chances.
I'm like, they
Oh my
let
God.
this go on a commercial. You might as well just bring Camel cigarette commercials back with Joe Camel, right? You might as well. You get fucking literally.
At least you know it's
Joe
gonna
only
be,
gives you cancer.
yeah,
and
it's
shit.
one thing.
This
Yeah,
other thing,
it's like 9 different side effects.
you were like,
Oh
okay,
my God.
so let's break it down. So it gives you high blood pressure. So that means it's attacking this part of you, then that part of you, and then getting into your thyroid and affecting these glands. And
Oh
then
my God.
as they were just rambling off shit, I'm like, whoa, that's some serious stuff. All right. And then they're like, all right, check it out. Also, can cause these symptoms weeks after taking it one time. So you take it once and then nothing happens. Maybe it works. Maybe I don't know.
Or maybe
And
you
then like a
live,
week
you
or
know.
two later, you start getting some of those symptoms, which is
Look,
like terrible diarrhea.
I have one, listen, I have one medication to go. And when that prescription is done, that's it. Because hopefully by the time that prescription is done, we won't have to live here anymore. So we don't know, but
Yeah.
we're hoping because it's done. It's a wrap. So I don't know what's going to happen to me. I'm going to have to like eat Ellen bought me this. Yes, I've seen Speed. Oh, Ellen, good. You've seen the movie, you know. Okay. But Ellen bought me this great hemp cream. And I mean, I use all the other creams too, but I like the hemp cream also. But I mean, I'm just going to have to smother my body down every day in all of these creams because
You just get one of those big buckets and get like a scoop.
no, I just need like
You just start rubbing it everywhere. You're like,
Just-
bro, get my feet, get my back.
just don't make it weird.
Ooh, making it weird. Look, all right. At least we turned up the fun volume a bit, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy. So continuing with this assault on my mind, Mary is now no longer here.
Here,
In
she
the
no longer
home.
lives here because she's in a
She
rehab.
can't get up and down the stairs. She's in physical therapy for however long it takes. So instantly, the wave of change, not only so we got my mother and we got Paula's contract cuttings and we got Frank's quantum mine and we got all this happening. And then it's like, well, how long before the new house and the boom, we in the middle
they
of the
tell
experience.
me it's not going to be long, and I went, "Oh my God!"
And then the door.
It felt terrible,
And then we're like, wait.
but it had
So
one thing.
the wind of change. No, I know one thing had
Right,
nothing to do with another,
right.
but it does. Inadvertently, it
Yes,
does. Look
but
where we are in the
it-
fucking
yes.
upside down.
We are in the upside
Okay,
down,
so
but
check it
yes.
out. I go inadvertently by our landlord, ignoring when she walks by our window, not looking in the window. She's never looked. Not that I've ever seen. She is compliant with helping
The situation
the
here,
situation here
and we'll leave it at that.
on a level that
Yes,
she has
yes,
no
yes.
fucking clue that there's a spot in heaven.
No matter how
Even
mean,
if she's the grumpiest
no matter
old
how mean
motherfucker on
she
the planet,
was, her
it
whole
doesn't
life,
matter.
she's an angel to
She's
me.
an angel,
She's
and
an
she's
angel
going to
to
be
us.
sitting
Yes,
in the frequency like,
that's right.
I got
That's
you.
right. She's an angel to us. So
But really, it was just an old lady being polite enough not to look
look,
in. That would have
she's an angel
ruined
to us.
everything. There would have been no heist. None.
So
The universe is really doing something interesting here with
Yes,
this
it is.
divine stuff, right? So now, it's a lot going on. But now, ever since that experience, you know, when you think, it's like in your head, and sometimes you're like, oh, let me think. And the thinking man does this when he's thinking. And when it hurts, you're like, and when you get it right, you're like, bingo, but it's like in here. Okay. The quantum thing they were discussing, they said this is going to take a little bit to roll out. So a little bit at a time it's going to happen, but nothing's going to ever be the same. And I'm like, fuck it, let's do it, right? So it feels like my thoughts are here, emanating like whoomp, 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 but not here. What are you laughing at? Am I doing the monkey thing on camera? Oh, is someone in the other room?
I don't know.
Oh, you fucking saw it. It's your turn. Fucking Roxy, right in the middle of the show, right? So if you quick look.
Maybe she's going on the paper. She's going on the paper.
I can't breathe, so I can't tell. So
We'll just be very quiet.
Christina, thank you
Thank you,
so
Christine.
much. We love you so much. Sending you most positive vibes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, she's out. Go look quick.
No, she went out?
She's right there.
Really? She went out?
She's sneaky like a ninja, bro. So this is one of the effects of this. It's like when you have a thought, it's coming from up here. And it emanates through you, like down. We've talked about the pipe, and you clear out the chakras, and it's the pipe that goes straight down to your midsection, comes back up, and it's almost like you're feeding from the sun, and the information is just pouring into the antenna in your head, and it goes down and click, 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 click. And if your chakras aren't open, those things aren't aligned. Chakras are important because it's how we are in this universe. It's like what connects us to this matrix, but it's not us. It's another thing, like saying my physical body is me. Frank is Frank. Not, Frank is just a small part of the big guy, and all the other pieces are just parts of the big guy. But we're bringing the big guy here. So this quantum thought is like, you enjoy the silence because there's no real silence. During the breath control, it goes up really high, and you don't feel like you just feel like more like entering the library of thought instead of having thoughts just thrown at you and all kinds of stuff. It's like you are somehow pulling it in, however we do it, and then emanating it out. It'll start emanating out. It doesn't stay in and locked in and, oh, it hurts with this thought. And like, I'm thinking about my mother, and then my ass hurts and my back hurts and I got to get my job done. And it's not like that. Same situation, same things. It's just like, boop. It's like comes down the tube, the information, boop. Oh, caught it.
Did it fall or did something knock it off?
No, that was me.
Oh, okay.
So,
you were just being stupid.
Son of the Sun, KG, my brother, Paranormal Portals. I love you so much, man. KG's the awesome producer I'm working with. I'm glad you're feeling this because this is a really crazy way of knowing you're grounded, right? So it's like, think of the colors of your chakras. Think when you're grounded, you could get hit with a lightning strike, and then each chakra, as the lightning hits it, lights up its color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, even though there's way more. Let's just keep it simple. And then it hits the bottom and circulates back up. Anything not necessary is distributed evenly directly into the ground, and everything you're about to use, because you're the energy master, starts to emanate out. It doesn't block up in you and bounce around and all kind. No. Do you know when you're talking to someone crazy and they're like, hey, buddy, they get too close, they get in your shit, and you're like, oh, and you're like, bro, back up. Your frequency is driving me fucking nuts. It's opposite of that. It's boom, 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 of just creative good. So the information comes in and then starts echoing back out. So the solutions, things that come up, how to bake something, how to, I was thinking, and then all of a sudden you've done the same recipe 100 times. The 101 time you do it, it's perfect. The way you've been wanting it to be. This is the way it's supposed to be all the time. And then now we're at the point with you specifically.
Oh, like how many pizzas did we have to eat before they got really good?
If you failed at the next 30, which is impossible. That's an impossibility with you because you're a master just because you know what you want and how to do it. And you do little changes here and there, but your scrambled eggs aren't going to be burnt every day, ever. Right. And you're not going to ruin every single one. If I go, his 20 eggs, make me 21 toast scrambled egg thingy. There's not going to be one bad one.
Oh, no.
No, see, that's what I'm saying. Okay. So, but now when you're cooking, you've achieved another level. Now that you can't go back. Ellen, get me Ellen. You've been here.
Get me Ellen.
Right? You, everything out on the tables here, everything we've cooked, everything she's baked, everything. Tell me I'm wrong, right? It's not wrong. It's so right. You achieve another level, a breakthrough, a mastery effect. You do this to your body. Okay? You know how you achieve it? By doing the things you love and creating. So we're going to use Paula in the cooking, for example. She has mastered certain things. In effect, lighting it up. So she's not spending time watching the news or in Facebook wondering how we're going to save children from child trafficking and then the kids in Africa that are getting diamonds. Are you all right? Well, it's always going to go back to that because it's going to be it's going to be what you can handle, and it's always going to be more than you can handle to visually see because it needs to get you upset. So the AI is always going to try to get you upset. Right? So you're always going to see the shittiest article, the craziest thing, because from your button presses, that thing's predicting which person out of your friends list or what thing that was posted in some group that it knows will get you riled up statistically. Right?
That was funny.
Oh, that was a good one. So there we go. Sorry about that for the cough. Right. You achieve a level. We don't have time to dig into this other stuff that I can't get involved in because there's nothing I can do about it. No. I am aware of it. And I'm going to vote with my dollar. Believe in me. We'll vote with our dollar. Will you vote with yours? So we don't spend the time. We are all guilty of this. We get involved with it to the point where is it this? Is it that? Is it Pleiadians? Is it Arcturians? Is it this one? Is it that one? Look, the way I handle it, it's all there and it's all good. It's all happening the way it needs to happen, and it's going to unravel the way it needs to unravel unless you're directly part of it, right? You put up Save the Children, fine, that's cool. You start blasting Grandma Viola from Nebraska with Save the Children, you old bitch. Like there's nothing she could do. She can't get up and do anything, right? What do you want to donate $25 to BLM or something? Stop yelling at people about things that you don't need to fucking be judgy McJudge fuck and sending it down their fucking pipe hole left and right. You don't make someone force feed someone and make them choke on it. Or what do they call that? When you stuff shit down the duck's throat to fatten it up.
Oh, the goose liver.
Well, I don't know what that's called. Foie gras.
Yeah, foie gras.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're not trying to do that to people. It's not going to help. Right. So now if I took that energy and went and meditated, right? Unfuck yourself. Right? The way you're supposed to be before this fucking mess happened. And you will start to see the world change. How will the world change? Well, your immediate situation will change. You're telling me if I walk through your house with a white glove and started fucking wicking my finger across the floor and shit, I'm not going to find something? You have too much time on your fucking hand if you're yelling at people on Facebook. If I were you, I'd go clean that spot. Okay? Because if you have it there, I'm sure you have it in here. Okay? And we're all guilty of this. So just do it. Just do it. What you got to do. Do you know what I'm saying, Mang? Mang, do you know what I'm saying? Okay.
I do.
I want to share unfuck yourself, you dummy. The only way to do it is for you to do all right, Della will tell you about putting in work. Her and Joe put in more work.
They're gangster.
They're spiritual gangsters and gangsters. They're down. Ellen, you got to watch her. When you watch someone that was so scared of ayahuasca or DMT
Ellen
or whatever,
is a spiritual
right?
gangster.
And they just, all right, fuck it, let's go. Oh, you drank it already. We're already going, right? Those are the people you want right next to you. Believe in that, and they'll tell you, "No, I'm fucking scared, man. I don't know what the fuck." Yeah, but guess what? You just did. You're sitting in the room with me. Yeah. You pushed right through it. Kink, you're in. Even if you want to put orange slices in your fucking ayahuasca, it's fine. You're still sitting there doing it.
Yeah, I'm the first one to admit I could never.
Della was like this, remember, with that cup?
Could never.
Right, and then she plowed through what she had to,
she did.
and then had her experience.
She did.
Okay, gangsta, continuing the process daily. She and Joe hit me up every single day with some new unveiling, just a little note here and there, letting me know what's going on. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. This is the work. When we sit with Ellen and we hang out with Ellen and Josh and all the different characters, Aaron's and Zach, Expanded Understanding up next, by the way. Check them out. So the Willows and everyone that's out, and I'm not taking away from anyone. I'm not mentioning KG. I get it. Little lights will start going off in your head, right? When you start not worrying about, like, it's cool to listen to all the stories, but then enter the stories. And it doesn't have to be psychedelic. It could be 100 other things. It could be there's a million other ways to do this. Infinite ways the universe has for you to take your path.
As long as it makes you feel good. If it doesn't make you feel good, then you shouldn't be centered in it. You should only be centered in it if it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's a waste of time, because you don't need to feel anything that's not good. Even if it's not bad, it's better than bad. Even if it's less than bad, even if it's not good, it's better than bad. But try to get to as close to good as you can.
Yeah. You do your best. That's all.
Yeah.
Right. Just do the right thing for you.
Here. In
your heart, from your heart space. You'll be all right. Discern everything and walk through this shit. All right. I'm going to share this for a second. Bong. This is the Fearless Family Group, by the way. Stop in and join us. The Fearless Family. You'll see this up on the top. Answer the question. I'll let you in the room. Repeat that one more time. Answer the question. I'll let you in the room. Because we got to filter through some stuff. There's your man, Robert Hawley, right there.
And then I want to ask a question. I want to ask, actually.
What's that? You want to ask while I'm finding what we're going to do?
Yeah, you find it. And I'm going to ask a question to the people that are listening.
Yeah.
I want to ask, does anyone make tea out of the mushies? Because I don't like the taste of them, but I do like the microdose because I can handle just a little bit of it. But I really don't like eating them. It's just something about the taste. I don't like it. So if anyone makes the tea, if they could just like message me or something, or tell me how to make the tea, and how they feel about the tea, if how long it lasts or whatever, I would really like to know. I'm curious.
All right, she put it out there. Mushroom tea people, we would like to hear from you, and that's what's up.
Can I mix it with a different tea bag? Like, this is what I need to know.
Oh, you're trying to get all fancy and shit.
No, I'm just trying to get it down, my friend.
Fuck that Lipton stuff, right? I'm just kidding. So,
do you think?
I want you to, if you get a chance, check out JC's videos. She's really popping off, but I want you to look into her eyes as she's talking, and you tell me what you see. Okay? That's just one of the things I'm just pointing out. Hold on. Where are we? Here we are. Okay. This is only a minute long. It's probably not going to play any sound because I don't want to get the video removed or anything. This is a them putting the demons into the masters. Okay. It's an older recording of it, but here, check it out. Just look. So they're basically making the original recording, and then under the full moon, I don't know if they could hear the sound. I don't think it's sharing the sound. They place it on an altar in one of the rooms, and here we go. They conjure a power or an entity, and then they have the demon kind of send out a demon in every single recording that you hear of the original track. And everything you hear is a copy from the original. And copies of copies, we already know where that gets you. Like, things get kind of dulled down and weird when you start making copies of copies. You start losing sound quality. So if I don't take it from the original master, KG, you understand this stuff, right? From the original WAV file, it's like super powerful. That's how you upload it if you're going to produce it and send it to a record label. You give them the WAV file, right? It's the big generated file. Then they send out an MP3. If you take that MP3 and copy the MP3, it's not as clear cut as the original WAV file, because it's all compressed down, and now you got a copy of a copy. Back in the day, copies of copies would produce static inside the track. It sounded like, oh, would you make a copy, someone else's copy, when you were using tapes? Okay. So that stuff is imbued with it. And then you'll be under I or a DMT, and you'll hear a song, and you've heard the songs where you're like, shut this off. It's trapping me. This music's trapping me. What's happening? Right. So what is happening when it's trapping you, Paula?
That was awful. I was asking you to change the music. I was in the other room because I felt like the music was trapping me. It had me under a net. It was like under the chessboard, but it looked like a neon net. And I kept saying, change the music. And you thought I was joking. And I was like, no, please change it or shut it off. I can't listen. It's trapping me. I'm in my experience and it's trapping me. And then you understood it. And then you changed the music. But up until that time, I was like stuck.
Well, I heard one of the groups that we like when we listen to meditation, one of their earlier albums, it was like when they first, I guess, got signed or something. It was me, you, Zed, Christy. And we had to shut the music off because there was something talking in the music.
Oh, yeah.
So when the couch was here, the little brown couch, I remember sitting over here and the music was coming from that side, and everyone was like, could you shut that? You gotta shut it. And I'm like, who the fuck is talking? Like, you're interrupting but it wasn't Zed and it wasn't Christy. It wasn't you. It was someone was talking over us. And then I heard the music, but somehow it went into the background, the music, and then the talking came up front. And I'm like, whoa. So there's programming in the music.
That's why I get a little nervous about the 528 megahertz, like the binaural beats.
You're programmable under those tones.
Yeah. I kind of like, I used to fall asleep when I was working. That was the only way I could fall asleep for a while.
Well, you could put yourself in a sleep trance by putting yourself in the proper frequency.
And that's kind of what it did, because I would do the 8-hour one. I mean, sometimes it would play all through the night. So, and sometimes it was like a 2 or 3 hour, which like just to get me to sleep, or whichever one I hit at the time. But they were so effective. And then I was like, oh no, I really shouldn't do this because I know better. Like, but I remember when I was working, it was the only way I could sleep. Now I could just.
Well, think about you putting the goggles on for stuff like the new video games, the VR.
I won't.
Right.
I won't.
Immerse yourself inside a simulation. You're already in the sim, and now you're in a sim and going into a sim. And then you're immersed into that. And now the lights that are flashing and the things you're seeing. Remember, I talk about the overlay with us, like it's like having a plastic bag over your head and then another plastic bag over your head, another. So they're showing you only what they want you to see for the game, right? So they know what you're aware of and they know what you're not aware of. So there's things that are going to be hidden, right? Like sounds within sounds, right? So there's something on the sound, change it. Well, if you're in the VR system, you can't. You're in the game. What happens if there's that in the game?
Right.
Okay. This is what I'm talking about. Now, in the game, you're hacking and slashing. You're doing military type stuff,
Right.
right? Making it easy to squeeze a button and kill something, right? So then you go to war one day and everyone's flying drones while you're doing and pressing a button to kill someone. It's, bro, I'm great at this game. Remember in Guardians of the Galaxy, the golden people?
Right.
They were just sitting and playing the video
right.
game. Well,
They were unmanned pods.
right, but they were above everyone. They kept saying how above they were of everyone.
Right.
Like they wouldn't get their hands dirty by actually flying in there and fighting one of them.
Right.
So you become really good at the video game, but to get there, you have to get over your, how do we get them over the fear of just murdering something? Well, we immerse them in something and teach them how to do it on a fun level. And then they're just cool with it. By the time they get to this level and they're pulling the trigger and it's murdering something for real and it's blowing up a whatever, you'll be cool with it.
Right.
You'll just blip, done. Oh, you mean I came to work today? I'm going to make $60,000 a year.
Right.
You tell me I'm going to sit at this control panel. Yeah, I went to school. I learned how to use all this cool shit. Yes, but in the actual job itself,
right,
with all the paperwork out and all the buttons and beeping, booping, and bopping, I'm just got to do this.
Right.
That's it. Yup. All right, I could do that. I've been playing Call of Duty since I'm 4. I'll fucking... Did this guy blow up a school bus of kids? Watch what I do to his whole family. Blip. And they go home and sleep comfortably. Because they're being programmed to do this kind of stuff. Now imagine you putting that on your head and immersing yourself. Now the lights and the things that you're not seeing and the sounds that you're not aware of and the things that it's putting you through and the stresses. Right. How do you know the background colors in that aren't flashing at that color rate or the ratio to whatever colors you're seeing aren't actually lights flashing, just programming you
to
way get pissy or something. And
the way I feel is there is so much...
Eat yourself, eat pharmaceuticals.
There's so much out of my control already. There really is. There's so much out of my control. There's so much that I cannot do about situations. I can't control what I listen to all of the time. I can't control what I see all of the time. I can't control what I hear all of the time. I am forced into situations or my day puts me into situations I don't want to be in. But I do my best to shield from that. And I forgot my whole friggin' point.
Shield yourself because it's really hard every day. So I gotta blow my nose.
I don't even remember. Oh, fuck. I hate this. You see what happens? Anyway, go on. I don't remember. No, it's okay. You okay? You're stuffy now?
Yeah, I've been my allergies are killing me. And I'm on allergy medicine. I don't like to take too much of that, but if my head gets stuffy, I don't want to sit there with the sinus headache. That just ruins the day, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You all right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's just so each and every one of you, I just want you to understand as we get into the future, this is what's going on. They're already doing it. You're already being programmed. We are already being programmed. The more you fight this stuff mentally, the more mentally prepared you are to not let it in to begin with.
Oh, yeah. That was my point. So anyway, we can't control these things. So I'm not going to selectively choose something that I can use as a modality for something that someone can come in and program. So yeah, you're kind of like, technology is there, but is all of it good?
Yeah. And look, you could interact with this stuff. You could go talk to the darkness.
No, and
you are the
you
darkness.
Could totally science it and see how you feel, but you
could go right in and talk to the demon and say, hey, why are you doing this?
Everything
they'll tell you.
Everything becomes
They're
smaller.
not going to hold that from you. They'll be like, we hate you. So you just go, oh, okay, so I get it. Blocks, shields up. Right. You're telling me if I'm kind, we'll bring it back around. You ready? if I'm kind and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to let negative vibes get at me, and you're just a kind person and you're going about your day, that kindness puts up a force field around you from demons.
Yes. From
From
everything.
everything. So wait. So the force field works in coordination with kindness? Yup. Gratefulness, thankfulness, and then going forth with the confidence that you are worthy. I am worthy. And I'm just too bright. You ain't gonna make it. You ain't gonna make it here around me. I was saying this yesterday. I was standing up going, you won't make it in my light. So you want to come up on me? This is gonna instantly occur. And I enforce it over and over. It will be this way. It is this way. And all those bad vibes and all that stuff just seems to fly away. Oh, Free Energy Mobile, I love you, man, so much. Contact high, vibe so good. I'm so high. It's all good. Man, these are the moments we got to live for. The more moment, the thing that gets you up and goes, yeah, man, he's got a point. Or I can add that to my stuff and watch what it does. And that's all you're doing. Listening to the stories are great. Listen to them, but put them into action. Science it. You science. Don't put it on me to science everything. Don't put it on Paula to science everything. Right? Don't put it on the. Be like, yeah, but what about this? Well, I don't know. Why don't you try it? Why are you asking me every single thing? I don't know. I don't have all the answers. However, if we break through this together, there's two of us. That's 4 eyes, 6 eyes on something, 2 creator eyes and 4 human eyes. I think we'll be able to figure something out. And then as you keep adding, right, there's 44 of us here. If we all concentrated, okay.
Oh yeah.
What are you not going to be able to do? What are you not going to be able to do? Tell me. Right. Here's a piece of paper. Tell me. Put it on the paper. What can we do?
Right. Little by little.
Right? You want to shut down a ritual? We get 45 people, 44, 45 people in a meditation going, you know what? Let's go stomp something out and take a look. Let's go take a look and cake everything. That's how when I say cake everything, I mean you go in there and you use whatever you got to use, but cake, right? Deliver some cake. And then you go and you do it. You want to see if it works? Watch what happens. We made it rain in Egypt, right?
Right.
We had all kind of things random. I use that one because it's the big one everyone likes. Oh, we made it rain. Of course we fucking made it rain. Did you think rain dances weren't real? And once you learned what that was, that it wasn't just a bunch of dudes running in a circle going, hey,
but it's
right?
all
Then
real.
you realize that,
yes.
Oh, well, yeah, but only American Indians could do that, right, Frank? No, anyone can do it.
Do you hear him? He's crying.
Mm-hmm. Everyone can do it. Anything that you think someone else can do that does something like that, if you concentrate and put your mind to, you can do it. We're not shooting apples off someone's head. You're being a creator, right? This part of your system, you can just do it. Okay, that's shooting the apple off someone's head. Those are talents. All right. So some of us can't do the athletic stuff. I can't dunk a basketball. Sorry, Frank's not going to dunk one. Just not going to be able to do it. Can you do it? Not going to be able to do it. But guess what? There's going to be a whole bunch of shit that dudes that dunk basketballs that can't do what Frank does. And it's all good because you need dudes that can dunk basketballs and you need fucking Sorcerer Supreme. So you tell me what's up. How do we do this? Right? So we vibe up together and we I feel a rush. Like I'm sweating now. I appreciate the high vibrations, everyone. This is great. Willow, you're awesome. I got to
love you.
I love you so much. We got our care package together finally. All right, we just got to send it out to you. I didn't realize you were in
Canada.
Yeah, I didn't want to say where she was though. But thanks for telling everyone where she is.
Sorry.
Right? How's it going on up there? Just kidding. So that's going to be going out. I love you guys so much. Paula loves you more than you will ever know because she is the over mother, right? Oh man, every time I spend some time with you guys like this, right? I come out of it feeling like this really giddy, high vibrational, silly Saturday night. and we appreciate it so much. What's going on in here?
This is
Holy
so sweet.
shit.
Thank
Son,
you.
I love you so much, man. Thank you so much. Don't make me cry on air. I've been emotionally unstable lately, and I appreciate you guys so much. And just know every time this happens, right, and we get donations, I want you to know that you help the cats a lot.
Of course.
A lot.
And you pay forward.
And we pay forward constantly. So I appreciate you, appreciate others. Be the good that you want to see in this world. You want ETs and UFOs, you got to take the next step. If you're not secure in yourself, you're not going to be able to handle this shit, right? How are you supposed to handle it? I couldn't handle it. I still have trouble with stuff, but I refuse to have trouble. See, that word, I don't want to have trouble. No, I'm not here for a war. I'm not here for the violence. I'm not here to fight and scream and yell and fucking all the things I've ever done in 40 fucking 6 years. I'm not here for any of that anymore. I'm here for this, right? So what does it take? What is it going to take? Mother Earth, universe, higher self, source prime, prime source, prime creator, space fucking Jesus, mushrooms, caps, DMT people. Paula, what do I got to do to just put myself in a better position to just do this?
Just be kind.
I want to do it.
Just be kind.
I don't want to not do it. Paula's got it. Just be kind.
Just be kind.
Start there. Okay. Now, naturally, there's a million other ways, infinite other ways. But for those of you that always ask the question, but what? We got to do more. What do you want to do? Jumping jacks and make it rain? We could do that. We can have fun. We could sit in a circle. We could fucking smoke a peace pipe and we could put shit to science.
Why do you think I think these numbers are so sweet? Because it's not the amounts, it's the numbers, right?
I
Because
feel like my chakras are
a
getting
dollar
cleared right
makes
now.
a difference.
Ooh. Some of you are putting out some intense energy, and
Yeah,
I really
you are.
appreciate
We feel it, but that's why the numbers are so sweet, because it's the dollars. Okay, it's not the like it's
I
not the
understand what
dollars,
you're
it's the
saying.
numbers. You know what I mean? I think it's sweet because it all does help. You know.
Listen, and it all fills the battery that supplies help to that which is around you. That, like your cats or your dog, they didn't ask to be here.
Or
to
whatever,
be with you,
but
or whatever.
it's what you can.
The thing, right?
It's what you can, and I like that. I like that.
We have the most beautiful people, and I know you guys been putting in the work, and I might even be talking on a deaf ear to most of the crowd when it comes to certain stuff, but I'm telling you, if you apply it hardcore and just put the system in and not need to hear it from someone else, and then just go and discern it and feel it for yourself, this is how you ascend. You're going to do it anyway, right? But are we going to go face first through the walls, or are we going to just walk up the stairs, or we're just going to float up around obstacles, or we're just going to, every single obstacle, we're going to go, okay, bong, headbutt, bong, headbutt, bong. They were telling me last night, one of the things I got yelled at for, my higher self yelled at me and was like very with me, and I'm like, are you upset with me? Why would you talk to me like that? He's like, well, the definition of a psychopath, you're repeating the same process over and over, expecting something different. I'm like, I don't do that. Hello. And then it was like images of the ones I do, and I go, oh, I do that. He's like, yeah, you're wasting time. So I go, yeah, but I cleared up all the other stuff. Oh God, I can't even imagine how much more shit was there if it's just down to this. And he's like, could you imagine what it'll be if you just release this? And I just was like, oh, so that'll free up hours.
Is that why you're so easy to be with lately?
Yes.
No, I like that. Okay.
So I'm releasing new things, which is giving me more time to work on me. But what is that doing? Right? When people talk to us, sometimes they go, it's like you guys are glowing. All right, I'm going to say it. I know Paul is not going to be like, why are you saying this? But I'm going to say it.
Don't say it.
You sure?
What are you going to say?
Sparkly fingers.
Oh, you can say. Oh.
Captain Sparkle Fingers is going to be my new nickname. Check it out. Paul and I were having a very intense experience together. And I took my hand and I put it on her, and around my fingers, there were like sparkles. I don't know. It was like energy. It was almost like I was breaking through the veil of what was right in front of me, like the next level of shit, because it's happening. You're sparkling anyway. You're just not aware of it, right? You just, oh, it feels good, man, when I do this stuff, right? Yeah, but then you're on this higher level and you're like, oh shit, we're glowing when we're touching, and then we're going places, and it's like a time machine that we could get into, and the things that we do push forth, like the engine moves us from one place to the other, so you could be in multiple dimensions while experiencing this heightened pleasure all at the same time. And it's like, what are you talking about? It's like, right, you don't know, right? But then someone that experienced it will walk over and go, we know what you're talking about, right? If you have to ask what it is, you don't know what it is. Trust in that. You don't, when these kind of things, when your kundalini goes off, you don't go, oh yeah, I think mine happened. That's not how this works. The ones that goes off, they're like, oh no, it happened. See, it's like almost like the first time I touched myself and it worked, I thought I broke it, right? It was so good, but I was so confused because no one, remember I told you my story? I had to ask my dad, and he said, go ask your mother. So then I didn't ask my mother right away. I just went and I did it. And then I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? And then had to talk to my friends. And then my mother eventually said, hey, listen, do you know about masturbation? And I just looked at her like, wait, what? And
did she make you feel better?
It was already too late. But yeah, I went to my dad first. And then he was like, he bugged out a little bit. He stopped the car. He just looked at me. He said, who you been talking to? Who you been talking to? So I go, what? So he goes, you need to go ask your mother. And he started laughing. And I was like, no, I need to know now, because I'm going to go home and rub one out, because I don't even know what that is. But this it's going to happen. I don't know what the fuck is happening. And then it happened, and I lost my mind a little bit. It fucked me up.
Did you feel better after, though?
Yeah, but I didn't know that that's what was going to happen.
Really?
I had no clue.
Oh, okay. I'm not a boy.
Yeah, no. I had no clue of the outcome.
Okay.
Oh, God, that was weird.
Right.
So the words.
So when you talked to your mother, did you feel better, or did you talk to your friends
is just
first?
Fucking freaky.
And you talked to your friends.
I went and I talked to Baza.
And what did he say?
He said, yeah, it comes out fucking bad. And I was like, yeah. I thought I needed a hospital, but it felt too good. So I was like, maybe I need something else, like a high five, or I don't
a pat on the back,
a cigarette.
Oh, you're an idiot.
Right. So we're re-educating in this whole.
I'm glad we're re-educating.
Do it correctly, all right? We won't have these fucking problems. You won't have another life of fucking traumas that compound upon shit on top of shit, and then you have to drink fucking gallons of ayahuasca to release, and eat mushrooms and do
whatever.
Just make it part of your diet. Have a great day.
Right.
Love yourself. Be a little compassionate. Understand people are bugging and fuck out. And no, you're not going to save everyone, but if you could save yourself, you'll save a lot more people will be saved because you save yourself. The world will change around you just because you change. You will motivate the things next to you, and the ones that you don't have to force it on anyone. Don't even waste your time with it. You'll start to talk and go, hey, listen, do you know about reptilians? Oh, yeah. Okay. Don't go any further. You never have to go any. You'll feel. My Uncle Keith said to me when I was getting the dogs, the haircut, I said, 2020, they already revealed. Now, he's like a captain guy in corrections and shit. So I'm like, they already announced they have UFOs and this was real and that they have this. And he goes, hey, Frank, yeah. He's a big German guy, right? He goes, listen, I don't believe in that fantasy stuff. That's fake. You know that, right? And I said, what's fake? Sure. And he goes, UFOs are not real. I don't believe in outer space. Like, that shit is for the fantasy mind. Like, right in my, he's looking me right in the eyes. What about
our military that has?
It doesn't matter. And you know what? He's a stormtrooper. He's a stormtrooper, right? Whatever. So all I'm saying is he literally meant it, and I felt it. When someone looks at you and goes, I don't believe in that, and you're like, I believe you that you don't believe in it.
So wait a minute, I want to get back to this. So now, when you asked your father in the car,
no, we got to.
What is that? You literally went home right after that, and
It was the next round. Next time I did anything.
okay, okay.
You understand what I'm saying, right?
Yes, I do. Okay,
So the next time I grabbed my junk, it exploded.
okay, all right.
It's terrible that I had to say that to just make
Okay.
you understand that
Thank
that's what
you.
happened. And then I went into like,
Horror mode.
yeah, because
And
I
you
was
talked
so
to someone.
confused.
And the
I had
only
to go
one
talk to Baz.
was he the only one that you could talk to, or the closest
Everyone else
one?
was beating the shit out of me.
Oh, so it was like right after you needed to talk to somebody.
You're really making this a difficult
I'm
conversation.
not making it.
I was a
difficult.
kid. Now you're making it
You
really
were a
awkward
kid.
for me.
Okay, so you
It
talked to
sounds
Baz.
like child porn at this
No,
point.
but did Baz and your mom
Get away
have
from
a
me.
similar thing to say? No, don't wheel me away.
Nobody likes your kind.
No, was your mom close to what Baz told you?
Was my mother close to what
To what Baz told
Baz
you?
told me? No.
Okay, but did you feel better after?
I'm so this is conversation is garbage.
I'm sorry. We don't have to talk about it.
I'm sure it offended multiple people in the
I'm
room.
sorry.
Right? It was
Right.
an awkward fucking moment as a child, and you're like making me relive it as if I'm just fucking, you know.
Well, you want to talk about our
I
sex
can-
life on air all the
I
time.
just said sparkle fingers.
Sparkle fingers.
This is what comes out. Paul is checked out, everyone. So join us again next week. Same bat time. Same bat channel. You'll notice things unlocking in you if you put in the work. I hate that I lean this way and the camera cuts me off every fucking time. So you'll notice as you put in the work, the things around you just start to happen. Like my mother's like, wow, the dog only listens to you. I'm like, well, I'm the only one that really cares how to talk to the dog, right? And she doesn't understand what that means. It means I don't yell at the dog all day. I raise my voice if I have to. I whistle if I want the dog to come to me. I already have it known to what to do. I look the dog in the eye and go, I love you. Come here. Tell me what's wrong. And it starts, and I go, don't tell me. Okay, now show me. I'll start walking. If she walks with me, I know she wants to show me something. If she wants uppies, she like jumps up a little and goes like this. I go, oh, you want to come up here?
Loves uppies.
Okay. Your attention and awareness to it will give away to more.
Mhm.
That's what I'm getting at. And that's what it's all about. That's it. And then it brings forth all the other wonderful
Well, she's
things.
sucked in now. She loves that baby. She loves that.
Oh yeah, no, that's
It
part
is
of the
like-
that's the baby in the family now.
Forget about
All right,
it.
so thank you everybody so much. I love you all. I'm sorry for my disgusting mouth and the weird stories that come out of me sometimes. And I know it's raw and it's rough, and I apologize if it bothers anyone. But hey, you know what? We're all adults. Grow up. It's fucking funny anyway. It's not for everyone. It's like ayahuasca, but everyone should just laugh and have a good time. Paula's right here. Now she's right there. We love you so much. FearLess family, I love you. Come join the group. Join us there. Join us next week.
I'm right here.
We're going to do some stuff over in the group anyway. I got to get back into the swing of things. Things are opening up in different ways now.
Yeah.
Remember the 20th from now until about the 25th or the 28th. I don't remember the dates. Are ritual days. One of the things they explained to me yesterday
Yeah.
was, 9/11, even though you guys are associating 9/11 with an evil deed that was done, the day and the numbers 9/11 aren't inherently evil in
No,
any
they're
way,
not.
shape, or
I think
form.
number 11 is a good number.
It's just a number. And then during those numbers, like if you dial in those numbers, you can open portals to other things, and things open, and they're like moments in time where things will react better if you did it now than as if you did it like when you do it under the full moon. It works better than if you do under no moon, things like that. So it's not inherently evil. It's the people doing things during that time and then saying to you 9/11, 9/11. Now you're like, oh, 9/11's a bad, evil day. But if you look into it, it's really not. There's things that are in that uplifting for you inside the numbers in those moments, they're just good times to do rituals, good or bad, I guess. And they're the ones that were in charge went a little bit extra negative, and they need to be slapped in the fucking mush. However, you can do things on those days to uplift yourself instead of going, oh, 9/11, never forget. During those days, maybe you should look inside at you and see what is going on here, and then see the portal that's open and go, oh, so it's a portal day. So look, the portal opens from down and up.
Right.
You mean, wait, so on 9/11, it opens up and down? It's like, yeah, it's not bad or good. It's just what you're bringing through the portal.
Right.
And how you're doing it. Oh, shit. Right. So they were like, things aren't evil inherently that way. They're like, people do that shit.
I
Beings
just have
do that.
to say that our chat room folks are funny as fuck. They really are. With the shit that they said. They're just funny. They're just funny. They make me laugh. I love it. I love it. I do.
I love it too. I don't want to leave, and I don't want to like, but you know what? Yeah, no, I stay and talk all fucking night, but we could share in the moment and the action. We go over to Zach's and that sounds so funny.
This all day, all night.
We could go over to Aaron and Zach's show, Expanded Understandings, and we could be there with Willow, and we could blow up their chat room and have a good time with them and continue the night forward and sharing this. And I love you guys. Let's level up together.
I love you all.
Remember, do more for you internally, and more of the projection externally will occur. Right? Forget about AIs and this and that. You're aware of it. You know it's there. What are you doing to defend your spot? What are you doing? You got the shields up. You got your light sword. You got your cake. You get you this. You got you that. If I go through the list, I guarantee there's about 100 things you haven't done. Right? So just try them. Science it. Do it. Do it. Quit fucking around.
Do it.
Paul will show up at your house, kick you right in the nuts. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I won't.
I love you guys. Have a great night. And remember, the universe rewards bravery. Stay fearless, everyone. We love you.
We love you. You're so silly.